Just leave me. Go quickly.
Yes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Core. This is Core talking video games in the new year. This is really our first official episode. Last week was our first of the year, but it was the last of the last year if you count it as being like the big award show. So now this is like our big forward-thinking, hey, 2026, get ready. Core's about to barrel down the hill and kick you in the ass episode.
That's right.
Yeah. That's John Jagger. Hi, John.
Hi. Hello.
And there's Beau over there. Hello, Beau Schwartz.
Greetings.
Hello. I'm Scott Johnson, and the three of us today are really going to lay it on thick. I can't wait. Go listen to our pre-show, and some of that will seem like it means something, but we'll see. Anyway, hey, speaking of stuff that's going on, I got some great news to share with everybody here at the top of the show, and that is that Nerdtacular 2026 tickets are now up and for sale. I endeavored very hard this year to make it a very affordable event for as many people as possible. And to the point that I really pushed for our venue providers to give us room rates that were better than they were at Snowbird, an exclusive mountain resort 8 years ago. They're better than those. Crazy, I know. Crazy. But anyway, I'm very excited about it. I want to see as many core bodies in the seats as possible. So get over there and check it out. That's frogpants.com. Big old fat button right on the front page. You just hit it, and you can go find out all the details. Get your tickets, get your add-ons, whatever you're going to do. I think we sold out of the lunch-tacular thing, which is like a hang out with the hosts and sit around their tables and talk while you eat. I think those may have sold out as add-ons, but there's plenty of other stuff available. Lots more details to come. But if you want to come to what was a 10-year event on what may be the last one, I don't know. I just know we're doing one more, one thing at a time. It's going to be a big one.
At least one more.
That's
possibly
right.
The last one.
Possibly. These are all true. It's always been true, but, this time it feels like it's important to nail it this year and make it like the best place for all of you to go and hang out with the community you love. And, we get to all see you. We get to see us. We get to hang out. It's going to be great. So go check it out.
Can I ask a question?
Ask it.
Sorry, it's Nerdtacular related, but because I clicked the link and I'm going through the photos, which is nice. So I see Chris Metzen is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the photos, but there's another photo with Joey Image. Is that Chris Metzen too?
Yeah, that is like also Chris Metzen.
Smoking a big fat stogie like he's in Aliens.
Whoops, wrong
like
one.
He's Apone in Aliens.
Let me pull it up here. Yeah, so this guy, I'll show everybody in the chat what you're looking at. This is a 2015 photo, I believe.
Yeah, that photo. That's Chris, right?
That's
it looks
Metzen.
like him, but it just looks different. I don't know, something about the lighting maybe.
That cigar really got to him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it was the cigar. Like, I'm just like, is Chris a cigar smoker? But, it's Nerdtacular, so why the hell not?
Yeah, why not? But there's Joey Image, like you said. A bunch of pictures, a bunch of usuals here. You can see how my kids have grown up since then. Jeez Louise. Me and Jeff Kanata hanging out right there. Tom Merritt. Me and Ibbett talking shop. Hugging Justin Robert Young because he's a tiny elf, and that's what you can do with him. You can just hug him. Bunch of pictures of Patrick. There's my sister Wendy. Veronica. Anyway. Oh, there's Bill Duran shooting phasers up there. That's cool. And then my daughter taking pictures.
Let's test the ship's phasers.
Exactly. Anyway, super fun stuff, and I would love it if there's Metzen really showing something off. Look at that. He's just like, guys, this is the poo I took today.
He's got the egg.
Yeah, he's got the egg, and the dragons are coming back. He's the mother of dragons. Anyway, go to frogpants.com, click the thing, get your tickets, get your information, your hotel rates, all that stuff, and there's a little FAQ there to tell you all the details, but I am very much looking forward to this. I'm also nervous as hell, but that's how it works. That's the way it is. All right, let's get into it today. We have a top topic today. Get ready for this one. Guys, it's January. New video games are coming out. The first of the year, really, you could say. Yeah, they are. They really are.
We're getting more? Okay.
Some are like, hey, remember me on other platforms, but now I'm on the Switch too? There's a few of those. Some of them are just revivals of games that were kind of just sitting there and didn't have a lot of updates or extra content. Also happen to be on a Nintendo platform, but we'll talk about what there is. The biggest probably is in fact some remakes, which is Animal Crossing getting I guess it is kind of getting up-resed. It's getting forged to work well on the Switch 2. I don't know what words
Careful
they
with
use.
Reforged.
Oh, yeah,
Reforged, I think, is the cursed one. I don't know if anybody's going to want to take that one.
You think Blizzard
It's getting
will-
a Switch 2 edition?
Yeah, but you think Blizzard will use that term again? Reforged? They can't. It's cursed, like
No.
you said.
That would be a bold swing.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't recommend it. But Animal Crossing's getting a big up-res. As I mentioned, Final Fantasy VII Remake. So not the newest one, but the remake that started the remakes is coming to Switch 2.
Yeah, Rebirth is also coming this year.
Oh, same year. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool. But those are kind of your headlines, so it does kind of tell you where we're at in terms of new stuff. But there's a bunch of little things. Like today I picked up Star Rupture, which sounds a little like...
Sounds like my hemorrhoid.
I was going to avoid it, but...
Apparently, we were all thinking it. We were all trying to be sensitive, but thankfully, Beau walked
It
us
just came
there.
out before I even thought about any editing. I was
Yeah.
like,
Just let it
rupture
rip.
is a word I've been thinking about a lot.
But Star Rupture is this very cool... Let me pull this screenshot up here. This very cool looking new open world sci-fi survivor thing, but also very much in the vein of Satisfactory. You build some automation, all that stuff. It's in early access. It just came out yesterday, today, maybe a couple days ago. Shit, what was the date? Oh, 6th. Yeah, so it's been a couple of days. I picked it up today because it's only $15 in early access, and I saw some video that looked really cool. I'm like, ooh, this might scratch an itch right now. And so far it is, and it's beautiful. It's Unreal 3. Gorgeous like vistas and alien worlds and stuff, and there's some dialogue and story and shit in there. It feels actually kind of far along for what it is. So, reviews are so far pretty positive. So I picked it up. That's one of the ones they list. Oh, why does it still say pre-show? Sorry, everybody. We're in the real show now. Sorry, that was dumb. But there's other stuff like Street Dog BMX. Beau, John, somebody's getting Street Dog BMX. Who's going to bite that bullet?
Not it.
All right,
But
John,
Beau,
you're doing it.
you're our extreme sports guy.
Yeah, you did
I
a
like
zine.
skateboarding.
Well,
I like
that makes
skateboarding.
you just like how the League of Legends guy had to review Heroes of the Storm. You got to review this and give it a 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm sure it's great. I just, biking, I like watching that stuff sometimes, but, not too much.
I thought of John because we have the what is being called the spiritual successor to Dino Crisis, the famous Capcom spin-out RE thing, coming on the 10th called Code Violet. Have you seen much about this?
No, because it's a PS5 exclusive for the moment. I don't play on the PS5 very often, but I do like Dino Crisis. So,
Oh, you're actually a fan. I didn't know that. All right.
well, I mean, in theory, I'm a fan, right?
Right.
I like Resident Evil and I like dinosaurs, and you're like, hey, what if we did the obvious thing with them?
Yeah.
And I go, okay, that sounds all right by me. So, yeah, in theory, it could be good. I'll follow it. If it's super good, maybe I'll look into it. But I will also go, hey, man, what if it came to the PC?
Sure. Maybe it
You
will.
want to know a weird, interesting thing about Dino Crisis is the soundtracks are available on Steam, but not the game.
Oh, really?
I went to look it up. I'm like, Dino Crisis sounds familiar. And the soundtracks are there, but not the game.
I mean, the games are super old, PS1 era, but I thought they were at least, maybe Good Old Games has them.
Yeah, Dino Crisis was one of the big flagships for Good Old Games where they do the like keep it relevant forever thing. So like that's actually, if you get it through Good Old Games, it's one of the games that they continue to update and keep functional. So yeah, if you want to play Dino Crisis, the Good Old Games version is fantastic.
Nice. I do think the original was pretty good, if memory serves.
Is this like Resident Evil, but dinosaurs?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's the
Same
idea.
same game runner, right? Same dude that did 1 and 2. Or?
I mean, it was the same company that made it. I don't know talent-wise if it was all the same people, but yeah, it's another one of their games.
I thought it was the game runner guy, and that made it somehow. Or not that he was. Well, he wasn't
says
getting.
it's
Yeah, go ahead.
Spiritual successor.
Yeah, this thing for sure. Because it's not actual Capcom doing it. But then if you wanted to get your kind of Souls-like, but with giant anime girls' eyes, rather, the girls are normal size. The eyes are huge. Maybe you could play Code Vein 2 this month. Maybe you're into that.
Was it Beau who played Code Vein 1? Didn't somebody play Code Vein?
I haven't played it, but I think it isn't it like kind of a Souls-like style game,
very much,
but just anime.
Yeah, very much. It's
People,
like
I've like heard good things about Code Vein.
The original Demon Souls dude, or someone involved in the original Demon Souls, is the dude making this game or heading it.
Okay,
so it's got a lot of love for the first one, and the second one looks like more of what people liked. If you want a girl with an oversized bow on her back and her eyes are too big, go for it. That's what you get. That's what they're here for. Look at that. See, look, fight, stab. I mean, that looks like I could play that maybe and not worry too much about dying. That looked all right.
Yeah, it looks like it has deliberate moves. I'm watching gameplay too, and like when they kill the boss, the same kind of text sort of shows up, like greater code dispersed or something like that. Like yeah.
So I don't know.
So yeah, I don't play every Souls like that comes out, so it's probably a skip. If it's not
probably not your jam.
I play Elden Ring too.
What do you say, John? You think you'd like this?
I don't know. I mean, the way I'm programmed, I'm immediately like, all right, well, should I check out Code Vein 1?
Right.
And that's where my head starts to go, but...
Because you need to know. You need to know.
I need to know the
story...
deep lore. If you want me to care about your anime people, like, I got to know where the anime people came from.
Right. You know what? I'm with you there. Eggs. And it came from anime
That's
eggs.
where anime people
That's where anime people are hatched in eggs, I think.
Yeah. They keep them in their eye sockets because there's so much space in there.
That's right.
Scott, you just were like, Scott woke up and he's like, today's the day I really take anime to task for having big eyes.
I'm going hard because my daughter and her friend are watching this thing that looked like the biggest eyes I've ever seen in an anime designed character. And I walked in there and went, wow, that's maybe too much. And so it's been on my mind. Because I don't mind, like if I'll go watch, I don't know, Ninja Scrolls from the 90s and think to myself, everybody's got normal eyes. That's cool. Let's do it. Have some anime. Let's have some ninjas. Let's go for it. But when most of your story is being told by giant bobbleheads with ginormous, like watermelon-sized eyes, it's very distracting for me. So I kind of hate it. But
I like that you're, and I'm sure this isn't exactly how it worked, but in my brain canon, you were like, I got to name a good anime. Hold on. And you start going through the years, your little Rolodex, and you landed on Ninja Scroll.
I love Ninja Scrolls.
Like, when was anime good?
Yeah. The 90s. That's when it was good.
I mean, a more recent example is I think Dandadan, they don't really have that big eyes.
Yeah, they look all right.
Yeah,
it's just a design aesthetic that I'm put off by. It's not that it can't be done right or there aren't things today. I mean, I'm not watching a lot of things today, but I'm trying to think like something more recent, like
what's the name of that idol one? There's one where like someone dies and gets reborn as an idol's kid or something like that.
Oh,
someone they know that was like kind of big.
Yeah, they watched that. Oh, well, you know what? The eyes are okay in the Chainsaw Man thing. That's all right.
Yeah. Chainsaw
like they go extra hard on the eyes. Hang on, this is the intro to it. I'll send it.
Just when they're all glowy and like 14 reflections in them, and
then you'll love this. Oh, you've probably even seen it.
Oh shit, I'm scared. Oh yeah, these have some great big eyes. Holy crap! Let's see what we got here. All right.
This is a music video though.
I mean, these are all right. I'm not going to play it. I'll get kicked.
Yeah, don't play the audio.
Let's see if I can skip around and find some people. Here we go.
I just can't remember the name of the anime. Maybe someone in chat knows.
There she is. That's fine. That doesn't bother me.
They go extra hard though because she's an idol, so it's like she's got to look dreamy.
Nothing wrong with that.
Can't say idol without eye. So
yeah.
Oh,
that's pretty good. Yeah, that's true. So I'm going to say Code Vein 2 probably isn't our jam for all three of us, just for various reasons, but maybe
probably closest to my jam.
Yeah, you might like it.
Yeah, I'm trying to see like what is the thing that I would be interested in January, and not a lot is jumping out. We didn't mention it, but Highguard comes out this month.
Yeah.
Not for me, but just a reminder. Beau said he was excited looking at that one, so that one might be for Beau.
Oh, which one? Sorry?
Remember Highguard, the controversial ending of the Game Awards with the guns?
I might be the only one.
I mean, this is going to be out in like 2 weeks, something like that.
That's why I had to bring it up. The only person I know who's excited about the game is right here with us.
I'll tell you what I'm excited about. What Beau thinks. That's what I'm excited about.
I'm excited about what Beau thinks.
Yeah. Hang on. Let's qualify the word excited because I think John's having a little bit of laugh here. Thought it looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not excited for it's a different thing, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
fair. I don't think I'm like, I have to play this. It looks so sweet. I just thought it looked good, and I'm looking forward to more. And I will say, I have not heard or seen more, which is a bad sign, because if you're in the games as a service, you got to make that shit hype. So this is the time. Clearly, you've probably heard the buzz. I was on a Reddit thread today, I don't remember on what context. Maybe just scrolling and clicking.
You needed a break from looking at hemorrhoids.
Yeah, that absolutely that. But someone had, I don't know who it was, someone just made the mention like they've heard nothing since the awards, and I'm like, yeah, people are out here like talking shit about the game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're doing a game as a service. It's hype time.
Yeah, you got to talk about it. This is the problem, a similar problem that you had with Concord. Nobody talked about it after they showed it, and then it came out to no fanfare, and then nobody played it. It wasn't even that game was bad.
Concord had a lot of shit talked on it. I think that suffered a little bit too from other problems, cultural problems as part of the conversation, which I don't think are a factor here. No one's like, oh, the woke Highguard, that whole bullshit. Like, yeah. That kind of I think Concord's fate was very different, but like there's remember the guys who are doing Detroit, the guys who made we're making Star Wars Eclipse. What's that company in Detroit?
The Quantic Dream.
Quantic Dream's they're making a MOBA.
Yeah,
remember we covered it's like we need to keep hearing about it. I keep hearing about 2XKO. Like, I know Riot knows what they're doing with this stuff. I'm like, I don't play fighting games. Why do I keep hearing about this 2K?
Because they're out in front of it. Yeah.
But like, it's because there is a marketing plan that means like you're going to keep being reminded of it and drip feed cool shit. So that's what Highguard kind of needs to be doing, I think, if they're going to be a successful game as a service. Maybe, even Arc Raiders. You heard about Arc Raiders like for a year. Before it was like yes, like your game as a service has to be an exciting thing, because your business model is to be a service. It's not to sell a bunch on day one and goodbye. Your business model is to keep asses in seats, and it's starting to smell like Highguard might not have a good marketing plan.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. I'll tell you what though, that did jump out at me is this game called Cassette Boy that comes out on the 14th, and this retro aesthetic.
Looking at that, yeah.
This looks great. Like, look how green it is. Game Boy is shit. From what I can tell, it's like a classic action RPG sort of Zelda style thing, but obviously with some twists and tongue in cheek about cassettes and retro stuff and all that. But for whatever, this coming to everything, and for whatever reason, this one is like one of the few Januaries that kind of caught my eye. So put me down for possibly. I should wishlist it, I guess. For possibly playing Cassette Boy.
Oh, sorry. I know you. Yeah, Cassette Boy looks cool. I'm sorry to do this, guys.
Do it.
I just realized the release date's January 26th.
Of Highguard, yeah.
I know we're talking about January games. In my head, Highguard was still February. I just found that astounding. That's 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's almost out. It's one of the games of January, turns out.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, it'll all be fine. It'll be fine.
No, games of February are going to be pretty hype, but we can't talk about that yet.
No.
Games I just want to give going to be a party.
Yeah.
I want to give credit to their chat room. Ro Bradley's called it Overhorse.
Overhorse.
Which I kind of
get it. It's good. Yeah. I mean, the Overwatch comparisons are impossible not to make.
Yeah.
It looks like a hero shooter. Like, John's right about that. That's what it looks like. It may play like a MOBA. I'm interested in what you say, given your MOBA heritage. If you come back and go, guys.
Scott has signed you up. He's like, get in it.
All right. I mean, if it's free, I'll try it. If it costs like $60, I won't be trying it. So.
It's definitely, I shouldn't say
nobody gifted it to me. I'd rather somebody save their money than spend
it's free.
On it.
Is it free? Okay. It's a game as a service. It will be for free, and we'll see.
I mean, it also depends on because can't be sitting as much necessarily. It depends how I want to spend my time. I might not even find it worth my game time to get into.
Because you used to get a lot of problems on in old times where people on horses a lot. They would get that problem.
Yeah,
the overhorse. So be careful.
Overhorse,
overhorse, hemorrhoidal horse. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not trying to spill too many beans about what we did in pre-show because we want to drive.
Oh, we can spill all the beans. I have a hemorrhoid and it's painful and it's bleeding like crazy. All right.
If you want the details, though, sign up to Patreon.
We're just trying not to make the whole 3 hours about my ass pain, but that may be just what happens because hemorrhoids are also funny to talk about, right?
They can be.
Yeah,
they can be. But when you're
at the start of the show, when Barry's like, "Just be quiet and go away," I've been saying that to my hemorrhoid for like 4 days straight.
Yeah. So, yeah. That's we're calling him Barry. That's his name.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Barry. What's the name of the hemorrhoid?
Yeah, Barry.
Barry the hemorrhoid.
Barry.
Yeah. So when you hurt, you're like this.
Jill.
No, you're like this.
Barry.
And he goes,
Jill.
And then you go, "Stop it down there." And he goes,
I sure hope this isn't asshole blood.
It's like, are you going to hurt all night?
When you get the blood, it's
go quickly.
Go quickly.
Yeah, that's been me the past 4 days. But it wouldn't be asshole blood. It's like I sure hope this. You say I sure hope this is hemorrhoid blood because other bleeding would imply like
other. Oh yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah. So when I see bright red blood, and I'm like, "Yay!" It's
okay. Bright
where
red.
it's coming from. Also, you take pictures so I can see the wound too, so I know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Anyways, pre-show for the
keep those in the cloud, Beau. Just keep those pictures in the cloud.
If that tantalized you, get on that Patreon. Yeah, this is some exclusive content you can get more of.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It also looks like a berry.
I know. Berry. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, what other games do you guys want to play this month?
I'll tell you what. I got a question for John about the Dynasty Warriors Origin Visions of 4 Heroes DLC. You getting that?
Well, no, probably not.
Oh.
I really like Dynasty Warriors Origins, but I didn't finish it, so I don't need DLC for it.
Oh. For some reason, I thought you were
cool
further.
When it's fine. Like, I'm glad they're supporting their game for people who do, but I didn't even get through the main game. I was just like, yeah, it's fun to beat up a bunch of guys and
any desire to finish it?
The next thing, I don't need DLC for that.
You have no desire to go and like wipe that and then go on to whatever's next. You're not into it, right?
I might one day. I might finish it. I might get the urge. I might be sitting around and go, I need to be in a large-scale battle in which I am just a complete powerhouse and blast my way through here killing thousands of people. And it will be there to scratch that itch.
Yeah. Well, then...
It's just a very specific itch,
Yeah. Not the kind you might get on your... Just kidding. I'm not gonna do it.
Everything
is now.
I was gonna be thinking about my hemorrhoid for a week now.
Yep.
Like all the jokes in your head, everything. That looks like Beau's hemorrhoid.
Yep. It's gonna be hard not to make Zerg jokes because we got a StarCraft story coming up. I'm gonna try really hard.
We're not on your podcast. We don't get the joke, dude.
No, they don't get it. The 7 Deadly Sins Origins coming out for those that are really into the popular anime series and manga.
This was one that I looked at. I thought I kind of liked, but I don't know, man. I'm starting to feel like I'm not going to play it.
Does it look a little? I think
it's a gotcha
deal. Okay,
yeah, I think it might be.
Let's see. There's no talk of cost here, but I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, if this is just another gotcha game, I'm less interested. But I thought it looked neat in the videos we saw.
Yeah, the animation looks great. I don't know. It's got this. Nice fantasy, like fairy tale-ish.
Yeah, look at that huge guy
to it. Yeah,
they're all on top of a giant man right now in that video.
Wait, what?
Yeah, watch this. Here, I'll back it up. So this is a man. Watch this.
This is a man.
So right there, they're going down to land on this guy right there. He's a big dude walking through the town.
Oh yeah,
kind of Attack on Titan size
thing. But you're right. He's like Attack on Titan, but what if they're like friendly and lumberjack?
Yeah, they wear clothes and they don't look scary. They just are a guy who's like, my job is to carry you around. Let's go.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It has like these nice, like interesting, fantastical elements.
Yeah, and this combat
just seems too good to be true.
All invented magic and all this, but I guess you got to build a big platform on me to get from somewhere.
I don't feel. You know what? It's okay for better for the greater good.
Is like there's different sliders for where games focus on. I just feel like it's kind of too good to be true where like the animation will be amazing. but the gameplay, won't be.
I think the combat looks really fun, and what I'm seeing here is really intriguing. I just wish this was like a. Oh, maybe
but it
will
looks
be.
catchy because you're like playing a lot of different characters. It looks like I see when you're showing the player character doing things, it doesn't seem like a turn-based RPG. It seems like a swap to hero kind of.
Oh, I didn't think of that
thing, like Genshin Impact. So, and like the combat can look cool, but like if it doesn't have interesting mechanics, it's just spamming, which is not a bad thing. It just might not be into it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know either. I kind of have high hopes for it until it fails me. It's also coming out on phones, which gives me a bad feeling. So
exactly.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I think we're dealing with gacha, and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's also sort of the way the gacha mechanics work because they artificially inflate the playtime to get you coming back in the treadmill and all that shit. I'm just not interested in that shit anymore.
How do you feel about Souls-likes that are actually climbing mountains, meaning the difficulty of climbing a mountain? The video game. It's called Karen. Karen. Okay. It is called, let's see, creators of Fury and Haven. Karen is a realistic climbing game where each wall feels like a boss fight, a game about finding the right footholds to place your hands and feet. It's basically like Peak, but serious and realistic is the idea.
I am glad that this is a hobby that can hopefully the budget is appropriate to the audience, right? Like, I'm glad that in theory this is a hobby that can bring all types and be welcoming to many communities and many interests. Mm-hmm. I cannot think of a more boring premise for a video game.
I was really thinking you were going to come in and go, you know what? This is interesting to me. This
seems like the least interesting thing I have ever heard for a video game.
Wow.
That's not to say that everyone needs to feel the way I feel about it. I am not telling you to feel that way. I am just saying that, like, hey, realistic climbing. It's like, if I wanted to do that, that's achievable.
Yeah.
Really easy out in the real world. I don't seek it out there. I really don't want to do it digitally.
Yeah.
I know who this game is perfect for. The thing is, you have to take this game is if you have to take it like skate is for kind of skateboarders. You don't have to be a skateboarder, but you kind of got to be interested in the sport, right?
Yeah. I don't like football. I never play football. But you like football, Scott, and you like playing football games, so you'll play a football game, Mm-hmm. And I think so. Mike, my friend Mike, actually does rock climbing like just for fun, like in real life. Yeah,
like he just rock climbs.
You might like
to the point where he'd probably not even be interested in a game, but he would be like the perfect. Everything that John said, it would be the opposite for him. Because I'm with you. I think of like, why don't you do something fun, like in real, like. Why do you find rock climbing interesting? And I think there's something about overcoming like the challenge that you get into, just like any sport or hobby, I think. And but yeah, this seems like very like specific audience. This is not a general. I just don't see someone being like, I'm not interested in rock climbing. I've never heard about it. Let me pick up this game. Because at least Peak is memey, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I low key kind of hate Peak too.
Oh yeah, you weren't super into it.
Like, because I'm going to echo John's statement and say like rock climbing's just not that fun. Like in a game, like clever mechanics, great. It's still you're just staring at rocks.
Yeah, the legs.
So.
The legs on this person you control are shaking all over the place, and it makes me worry. There's a lot of QWOP kind of control-y shit going on in there. You know what I mean?
Well, probably asynchronous controls, like left stick
something
is
like
left
that.
leg, right stick is right leg.
Yeah, let me see if I can find some of that again. It's really obvious in some of this video, but like watch.
Skiz in the chat says he's a rock climber and it's not interesting. That's why I figure most actual rock climbers want the real thing anyways. So
that's true. They don't want to play the video game.
Oftentimes the video game version appeals to people who can't do the physical activity but like the activity.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, if you ever found yourself not being able to rock climb because you said you had, I don't know, a hemorrhoid, let's say, you could, enjoy the video game version for a few days to get your rock climbing itch. Oh, jeez. and
I look forward to you getting the itch stage. That's better than the hurting stage. Itch means healing, right?
I guess so. There's a bit of itching going on right now.
Oh, good.
Didn't need to know that, but there you go. It's there.
That's great.
But that's what I mean. Like, but are we happy indie games developers are making interesting, cool ideas? Yes.
Yes.
I look at this and it makes me happy. Am I going to play it? No.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, probably not. I just saw the inventory system, and now maybe I might play it.
That thing's Tetris as hell. I don't think I'm doing that. That's the worst part.
I can't know, but I think everything kind of falls to the bottom. Yeah, well, that's Tetris. Duh. Okay. I'm sorry, Scott.
Yeah. I mean, I like Tetris.
It doesn't fall to the bottom. It moves like a Tetris.
Are you talking about this where she's looking around the room here, or do you mean
No, it's one of the screenshots, 9 of 14.
Okay, let me go.
It's on one of the screenshots.
That, not that. Wait, maybe that?
9.
Not that. I don't see. Let's see. No,
it's
Is it
in
that
the
one?
middle.
Is it that one? The one
No,
I'm showing?
2 to your right. 2 to your right.
Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know. I kind of look at this.
Oh,
one,
so you have to actually like think about it from what can I get to? How's it gonna fall?
Yeah.
So
Seems like there's
remember
a gravity elements to it.
Resident Evil 4.
remember
bullshit.
that. This game should actually sell super well. You know why?
Why?
Because people like Death Stranding, and this is also just indie Death Stranding.
A little bit of that, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
People thought Hideo was a genius for Death Stranding, so this game should find a warm hearth with Death Stranding players.
Well, and again, I'm glad games like this exist. Like, me being a curmudgeon about it isn't like they shouldn't waste time with games like this. I think they should. I think it's great. It's just, I'm not the audience for it. And I think the bigger gaming becomes, the more frequently there are going to be things that I'm not the audience for. I think that's fine as long as they keep making games that I am an audience for. You know, I don't want to sacrifice one for the other, but I think as long as we can have both, like, let's do it.
Can I at least mention a game that I think got pushed through the video game name generator machine and came out the other side a little wonky?
Sure.
The game is The Legend of Heroes Trials Beyond the Horizon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
That's awesome.
The legend of avoid this game, please.
Yeah, let's see. Does it say? It's got to be gotcha stuff. It's based on something. Oh, it's part of the Trials game.
It's based on the Legend of Heroes.
Turn-based combat. I don't know. Like, maybe it'll surprise me, and I'll be like, holy shit, that's a great turn-based game.
Yeah, there's actually a whole series of games. I just put the Legend of Heroes in, and there's like 10 games in the Legend of Heroes.
The Trials games. It has its audience for sure.
I'm playing one of these games this week.
You are?
Yeah, it's in my played. I didn't know that's okay. So here's the funny thing: when I talk about this game later, one of the main first things that I don't like about this game is its title. One of the big examples of that is we're apparently talking about the series with which it belongs to, and I had no idea this was even tied to it.
Wow.
Because apparently the keyword you have to lock into is it's trails, right? It's not trials.
Oh, you're right.
Trials
It is trails.
would be IA.
Yeah.
It's trails.
Yeah.
And it's so this is a series that I'm actually playing a game from. I think the title is stupid. But I don't know. Maybe
stupid.
by the end of the year this will be like my big, oh my gosh, you guys, The Legend of Heroes Trails Beyond the Horizon is the real winner here.
But I think it's stupid. There's two kinds of it's stupid. It's stupid because it's aimed at mobile, and then there's stupid because, in a good way, because of bad localization, which this might be more.
It might be that. Yeah.
Because I also didn't know that about the Tales of series. Like when Tales of Arise came out, I'm like, oh, what a cool standalone game. And then I found out there's like 100 Tales of whatever. And then I was like, well, I don't want to play the 7th entry in some weird thing. Like I'm out,
Yeah. And same thing goes probably for these Trials games, which I thought it said Tales as well.
Trails. You said trials.
Or when I say trials, trails.
Yeah, trails.
Shit. Hard to remember.
Yeah. Trails through day. I mean, yeah, trails is not a word I would have used with a fantasy action game. It's a weird.
Sure. Well, we'll see what John
understandable
thinks
that your brain goes to trials.
We'll see what he thinks about this one he's playing, though.
Yeah. Did you on this list? Did you mention City Tales? Speaking
No.
of bad named games.
Let's
this
talk
game
about
is
it.
badly named, but that could mean it's quite good. City Tales, medieval era.
Right down here at the bottom. Hold on here. There it is.
I mean, it got an early access May 2025. So I didn't play this, but maybe Scott, you might have checked this out at some point.
Maybe I did. Oh, you know what? I did play that. I have this. I liked this.
Yeah. Apparently, I guess it's going on 1.0.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, that's why it looked familiar. I kind of skipped past it real quick, but that is a game I talked about here on the show.
You recommended it.
It's quite
it looks
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's the point or end to end, or what's that game with the trains, end to point, or shit. Track to track. I don't know what it is, but it's those guys, and it's pretty good. I liked it. Well, I guess I could click this and we can actually see.
Yeah, it's a city builder, and it has like a pretty nice art style, I'd say. It's a cozy one of these.
Yeah, I have this game, and it's quite good. I'm going to tell you what the other game was they made.
And play it? It looks fun.
I take it back. It's not any of the ones I thought. Maybe it's a different game.
Developer is Irregular Shapes. They've never made anything else.
Okay. Well,
the publisher is Fire Squid, but there's tons of games. Xenopurge and Becoming Saint. Never heard of these, but
I guarantee I played this because it's all familiar except for the name, and I thought it was the train people that made it, but I guess not. Anyway, it does look cool. I like a good city builder, so bring it on.
Yeah,
let's make 2026 the year of the city builder.
Sure.
We don't need to do that.
You don't think so?
No.
All right. What do you prefer? What's the genre of the year for you?
Don't ruin 2026.
I feel like there's enough city builders every year. I don't feel like it needs a year. It doesn't mean you can't make them, but I think we've got a lot of them. I don't think it needs its whole year.
You want some action roguelikes? I feel like we'll get a bunch of those.
Maybe we could do hero shooters.
Oh, shit. Yeah, let's do it.
We're starting the year with one, so maybe we could just keep it going.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't either. What did you guys think of my idea of since RAM and SSDs and GPUs are all going to skyrocket and be out of affordability for the foreseeable, what do you think about this? All AAA companies, all they have to do if they're trying to make a photorealistic game is rely on the graphics technology of the PlayStation 4 era, 2018 Red Dead Redemption 2, or 2015's The Witcher 3. Take that level of fidelity and just make more games at that level. It's pretty good. It's damn good, in fact, and looks good, runs at a great frame rate. We don't need the next generation Unreal Engine. We need more games that just look good and play on everybody's current hardware or console. Yes, John.
Here's how much I like that idea.
Yeah.
I wrote it in our Discord before you posted your article.
I did not see that. I wish you would have. I wish I'd have known.
I was like, that's a good idea, Scott.
I would have loved
where that came
I
from.
promise you I didn't see it. Had I seen it, I would have quoted you or done something. I would have linked it because that's a good excuse to get people to our Discord. I didn't. I missed that entire
I did. I said we need to make this the year of the expansion, is what I said.
Oh,
let's do secret expansions to everything because there's the rumor. It's not in our news, so we can kind of talk about it. There's that rumor that Witcher 3 is getting a secret expansion.
Yeah, that's looking pretty likely.
A new
actually.
DLC. And as people were talking about that, I said, now that nobody can afford hardware upgrades, maybe that's what we do. We just do secret expansions and DLC for all our existing games we already played.
So, literally, the article I wrote, that's exactly what you were saying.
And then, a couple hours later, I saw you post it, and I was like, man, Scott, what a good idea.
See, now this is where
it's probably swishing around Scott's head after reading it.
Well, no, I guarantee it wasn't because I wrote it the day before and drafted it. So
it's just great minds.
Oh,
yeah.
So John, explain yourself. You took.
Well, no, he didn't see it. I posted it after he typed it, but I wrote it the day before.
I was like, somebody better fight someone right now.
That's crazy, though. I had no idea. Honestly, I would love that.
I'm with you, though. I'm 100% with you. It's a neat idea. It would be really cool. I think it would be a fun surprise every now and then. Not that developers could really plan for this. This is asking for a fantasy land where you don't have to think about how things work. But it's a quieter year this year. Let's make it an expansion year. And every game you love just gets an expansion that year. It'd be like, oh my gosh, what a joy this is.
I would love that.
So
I really would.
Was this in our news? I forgot to post it. If it's not in there, yeah. So we can talk about this now.
What you got?
Intel, on the same subject, Intel, I guess, has some new chips that are really good in laptops, and then they're going to be making a handheld. There'll be an Intel handheld.
So do you think? So that's interesting. Do you think that Intel, this might be Intel's way of not dying and everyone hating them, as they can actually carry the under.
Yeah, people were really positive on this Panther like chip or whatever for their laptops, which will obviously be used in the handhelds as well. There's something about it too where it's like it's going to make it easier for third-party manufacturers to put graphics capabilities onto the chip. Like for like laptop chips, right? Because we're not talking whole ass cards, but whatever they use for small form factor.
Yeah.
So they might actually. There's a lot of buzz around it, like where they might actually like crack the code and make like a really good handheld, basically for gaming. Because I was watching some video on their laptop, and it was running at medium graphics settings, Cyberpunk 2077, on a laptop that's great frame rates.
Wow.
So yeah, I think like the gaming space might get interesting in a lateral way, because we tend to think of improvements in gaming as like, do I have more polygons? How's the motion capture? You know, like we think in terms of like high res texture maps and all that business, but like even if we're not talking about make the gameplay better, just like side grades for performance and I mean hardware, like, you know, handhelds are kind of huge thanks to Valve. Like I think,
yeah,
and Nintendo to some extent, but you know, Valve really sort of, you can play it like kind of higher end games, performance is a little better and more flexibility with the machine. You know, it is an interesting space from Intel. I think also they got a lot of positive attention because everything at CES this year was, and there's going to be AI in it. And Intel, I think it was Intel and another company, sort of, they're the ones that kind of had these dry presentations but sidestepped that whole topic. Oh, Dell. Apparently Dell also had a good...
Yeah.
Dell and Intel for like the gaming side of things was the only actual interesting thing. NVIDIA and AMD can pound sand and all these. They're just doing stuff for AI that nobody wants, making weird ass robots and whatever else. But yeah, no, it's. So you're right in terms of like the making expansions for games we already own. These systems will run things in our libraries, no problem. So just make more content for the shit we really like.
Yeah, I'm all about that. I think that'd be great.
I'd take another Cyberpunk expansion. I'd love a sequel, but I just as happily get another Phantom Liberty. You know, like the game's good enough. Just give me more. Like I said, follow the Yakuza plan. Like every Yakuza is like the same map, and I have a good time with it. Like I don't think you need to blow the door off the hinges with every.
I do that in Night City. Just keep redoing, giving me new stories in Night City. Give me new characters. Do you know all that?
Yeah, I mean, Yakuza Infinite Wealth was one of my games of the year 2 years ago. Or Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, which just was a lot of reused assets and new story and all of that, was on my game of the year last year. It does not take a complete reset of everything to do good if you can do well on the other stuff. And, you know, it might not set the world on fire. Like, you know, there was some diminishing returns when you aren't seeing stuff for the first time. But at the same time, like, story was really good. I actually thought Pirate Yakuza had a better story than Infinite Wealth.
But it's not to say they'll never make a new thing. Like, you can work on that new thing, but...
Yeah. It buys time for it.
You're like, we have a franchise. Let's make a new installment on what people really liked, and let's also plan for like a tech jump in the future as well, you know, and sort of work on the two concurrently.
Yeah.
So that you're not going 7 years without big revenue. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause it's like that's the gaming industry's whole problem is like, oh, it takes so long to make games. It's like, well, make shorter installments of things. Because like RGG does it, right? There's a new Yakuza something every year, and sometimes it's crappy and sometimes it's great, but at least they're like actually releasing things consistently. I don't know how like, you know, they feel about it internally, whether this is Sega making them do shit or not. But as a player, it's kind of nice to always have a Yakuza I can play. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm all for this. Plus, I feel like CD Projekt and others are suited for this, because they do long-term support their stuff and they patch the hell out of things and they bring new content to things. And if this is true about the Witcher 3 content sort of being a bridge between it and the 4 story, they're willing to go back to a 10-year-old release game and do this. They surely could do more side stories.
And they don't have to do it at the pace of Yakuza. It can be once every 2 years,
Yeah,
I mean, that's WoW. I mean, WoW is literally WoW, the WoW business model. I don't think you have to have an always online game to do releases like that,
It's interesting ideas in the face of all of this. And it's still all the room in the world for all the indies to keep doing what they're doing. Like, let them keep innovating and making great stuff. And
it depends on the game you make. Like, I think it's harder to do something like an Assassin's Creed where you've set up your franchise to be, it's a new place and time and a new city. So people might actually, that might actually be hard to do, where you're just like, we're going to Rome again, everybody. Everyone's like, oh man. But if you've got a rich, like, city, like, like Night City, or even like The Witch. I mean, The Witcher you can set in new countries. It's just trees. You've already made the trees. Just call it a new country.
Yeah.
Slightly change the shade of the leaves or something like that. And you're like, oh, this is Boo Boo Land.
Welcome to Boo Boo Land. That might be a problem, but I take your point. Maybe don't call it Boo Boo Land though.
No, but anyway. I just can't come up like a Garbity Goo.
Garbity Goo. Yeah, that's better. I like that better. Anyway, any other releases in January that grabbed anybody's attention? John, anything in here you're thinking, man? I can't
nope.
wait to play that.
I think that's it. My heart is waiting for February.
Yeah, me too.
So January, kind of a month basically.
Yeah, always is though. Januaries are never great. I mean, I can't even think of like last year. Even none of those huge games we all loved last year came out that early.
February.
When
March.
did Claire Obscure come out?
February.
Was that February
or May? One of those, maybe April.
I feel like something good. Something came out big in January last year. I thought. Oh, it was April for Claire Obscure. So
yeah, I figured it was a little later, but
January was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on PC.
Oh yeah, the 1.0. Yeah,
yeah, when it first came out.
So we just don't have anything big like that this month, which is okay because I'm just going to mention one game coming out in February, Yakuza 3. Yakuza Kiwami 3.
That's coming out soon. And so you got your Civ 7 was January or is that February? Someone in the chat says Civ 7. But again, that didn't go well.
I mean, it didn't go well, but it's a big game.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah, should have.
Also, it looks like I don't know if this is an update or not because I thought Slay the Spire 2 was just soon, but apparently it's coming out in March. I'm looking at it. It says March 2026.
I'm excited for that.
So between that and Crimson Desert for March, that's pretty much my schedule for big releases. I'm like Yakuza in February, Crimson Desert in March, and Slay the Spire in March.
Yeah,
seems good.
Yeah, I must have been thinking about Final Fantasy Rebirth coming out, but still, that was a pretty big title for me.
Those are big. All right, well, let's move on to the other news of note today. We're on the back half of Awesome Games Done Quick, which is also on YouTube. John, you've been watching a lot of this. What do you think?
I've been watching a ton of this because, especially being sick, it's a really fun stream to do. I have a bad habit of thinking about it after it has finished and going, oh, right, when's that? And then I'll catch it right at the end. I'm finally remembering to mention it and talk about it on the show while it is active and relevant. I love Awesome Games Done Quick. For those who don't know, it is a big week-long, 24 hours a day live stream for the full week where it is just speedrunners showcasing speedruns of old games. And sometimes not even that old a game. Sometimes games that just came out last year, stuff like that. I know Claire Obscure is going to be in this.
And you're showing Doom Eternal right now on the screen. And I'm like, I love watching Doom speedruns.
Yeah, they're
Doom
fun.
Eternal speedrun, I remember. At least the one I saw was very good. I know sometimes they evolve and change and all of that. But I love this. I love speedrunning. There's some I like more than others. You know, sometimes certain speedruns are just like, okay, we're going to spend most of the game glitched through a wall, and then we fall through here, and then we fall through there. And I'm not the biggest fan of those. I tend to like the ones where it's just, look how well they play the game. That's really the stuff that tends to stand out. And so this is a mix of that, but it's also really cool to just see which games, you know, how badly they can be messed with and broken even just reminded of old games you haven't played in a while. So I've had this on pretty regularly. I watched somebody play through Resident Evil 2 Remake, the B scenario, the part of the game you didn't play, Scott.
A drink for those following Core Bingo. We got a Resident Evil 2. Scott didn't finish mention.
Yeah,
they did the whole thing with a guitar controller. So
my Lord.
that was fun.
That's
that was fun to
awesome.
watch.
Actually,
Like a pure guitar, like a Guitar Hero controller.
yeah.
Yeah, that's sort of, I guess it was, I don't know if it was a custom thing, but they said they had like a direction pad on the back or something like that for menu navigation. So I don't know if it was a custom built thing. Yeah, I was like,
Did you control it with the penis? Like,
it's just, I don't know.
Can you guys tell me what this thing is? This controller this Doom guy's using right now? I've never seen this before.
Usually it'll say in the description somewhere, like if there's a reason why there's a special controller that they're showing.
It looks like it's tracking his movements.
Let's see.
That looks like a half keyboard. Like you've probably seen them for sure, Scott. Those like half keyboard deals.
Yeah, I guess so.
All it says is that it's Nightmare restricted. I wonder what restricted means.
That's probably a modifier on the run because Nightmare is the difficulty, right?
Let me blow up the video a little
Maybe
bit.
he's only allowed to play one-handed.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Oh, what?
Because look at that thing. That's like...
That's hard because you got to do a lot of weapon swapping is essential in Doom Eternal. So how is he...
So that would be my guess, is if they're showing the controller, my guess would be that he's just playing one-handed. And
he's got a movement that seems like movement for the one analog stick, and then I assume he's probably aiming
controlling with the thumb.
Or maybe
one-handed, dude.
Maybe he's aiming with the thumb and moving with like a WASD sort of style, whatever, in that little glove thing.
The glove. Well, the glove's got to be a keyboard under there. I'm assuming.
Well, that's what I mean. And then they work both ways. So you're pushing down for some stuff, and he pushes up for other stuff. Like there's keys on top, keys on bottom. That's wild.
Yeah. So this is the sort of stuff. This is what I mean. Like it's a ton of stuff like this. I absolutely love it. Obviously, it is raising a ton of money. They're almost at $1 million for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. So, it's a big charity event on top of everything. But, just seeing the showcase of the games, and there's so much to watch, always something going on. I love it. So I love every time it's going on. I love having a chance to talk about it, and then there's so much stuff to go get caught up on because, again, it's going 24 hours a day for a week. So no matter what, you miss something because we all got to sleep.
How much time left on this thing? How long are they going to go?
So this run is estimated, it looks like, to take about 2 hours, and it looks like they're 10 minutes in. So they're early.
Okay. But
if it's like 100%ing, usually the no glitch Doom runs are 2 hours.
Okay.
For Doom and Doom Eternal. I don't know about Dark Ages.
Yeah, Dark Ages, I assume... Well, I assume somebody's playing that way, right? Somebody, somewhere. Maybe
I think the speed run for Dark Ages is like 2 hours or under 2 hours even for like 100%ing. No glitches or cheats or anything.
That's really cool.
But I mean, if you just want to watch it, it seems like all their... the VODs are up on their channel too. You can watch like all the speed runs.
And when does the actual event end? Like... I can't watch any more of it live. Do we know that?
I think it might be Sunday. Let me see the exact schedule here. Because they have it posted. It goes until Saturday the 10th.
Okay. There's still a fair amount to go. A few days, couple days.
What does it say January? Because that's what's showing me. Yeah, Saturday to the 10th is when it looks like it ends.
Got a couple days to see how they finish out. That's awesome. Very cool stuff. Also, good news for anybody who wanted to have more flowers in their life, maybe more mods. Maybe you want to play Star Wars.
You did not read that sentence. This has nothing to do with flowers.
What did I read?
I don't know.
Why does it say...
You read my...
Why does it say Starfield finally gets its flowers? What does that mean?
That mean you've never heard the phrase, you got your flowers?
Never in my life. What does that mean?
It means... It's like, like at the end of a show when it's like you're going to get your recognition, you give them flowers.
Okay. I've never heard anyone say it.
Being given your flowers, this mod has nothing to do with flowers. There might be flowers in it, Scott.
Yeah.
Maybe.
In the main cities.
But I just mean people... would you believe in the year 2026 people are speaking positively about the video game Starfield?
That's a shock to me.
Doesn't that seem shocking? Well, guess what, Scott? It's true. Oh. People are very excited about Starfield right now because there is a total conversion mod called Star Wars Genesis, which turns Starfield into a Star Wars role-playing game. It's about 300 mods total. It is a complete conversion of the game. Yeah, go to the website and check this out.
Look at all these mods.
It changes everything about the game. And it looks incredible, and people are actually really responding well to it and excited about the game. They're kind of like, look, there's still some Starfield underneath all this, so, you know, it ain't perfect, but it's apparently making up for a lot of the shortcomings.
I kind of want to play it. I want to check it out.
So
like a lot of work. Is there
completely different?
Is there a single package I can download and just?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah, well, I mean that's the whole thing. They do have a single installer. They have on the website for Star Wars Genesis how to install it if you already have it. If it's a fresh install, I recommend following it. There's definitely very much a like, hey, it will not run if you don't do this. Like, this is an involved process more than just like, well, I just downloaded a file. But it's got lots of different races, lots of different customization options. It looks really good.
Droids everywhere.
It's kind of intriguing. Now, I see chat. I just want to shout it out. Gino in the chat says, I hate this because didn't Starfield basically say people would mod it and it'd be good then? I understand that thought too, because there was a part of me that's like, yeah, let's all celebrate Starfield because other people made it a good game now. And I get that kind of outlook, but also I already own Starfield and I'm not playing it.
Oh my God, the blaster gunplay looks good.
If you already have the game and you're not interested in it or it wasn't what you liked, you might as well mod it and get something out of it. That's my logic to it, right? Like,
that's fair.
If you don't have it and you don't want to give the devs money, like by all means, that's a fine stance to take. But if you have the game and you're like, boy, I wish this was a game I liked playing, this might be a good road for you to go down. Or even if you like Starfield and you're like, wow, this seems like a way to get more out of the game, because I do hear from them.
Yeah. It's like playing, Skyrim and then finding out there's a total conversion mod for it that's awesome and extends the life of your game. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Enjoy it for whatever reason you want to. I want to check this out. I'm actually.
It does look cool though. I'm just like, it just looks really neat. Like, also, I think some of the choices are going to make more sense in the Star Wars universe than what they did with Starfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there some big, I don't know how much this will break these mods, but there's a big patch coming that makes it so you can land and take off from planets No Man's Sky style now. So
cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be so funny though. Like they put all this work into it and people get into the game and then Bethesda's like, hey, a patch, and they break it for everybody.
That happens all the time. You should check out the Skyrim. You should
the Fallout 4.
Skyrim, because Skyrim is like the game that they'll never stop selling. So they still put out patches for that, and it drives people.
Fallout 4 had recent stuff like that, where they did those patches for the 10-year anniversary or whatever the heck it was, and it broke a ton of mods. So I also like the shots fired on this difficulty thing for these mods, because there's like a story mode, right? Casual and hard and all that stuff. But the easiest mode is gaming journalist. Is it really?
Yeah.
That's a nice little poke in someone's eye.
But it makes sense if you want to just quickly run through the game so you can write your article. It actually, it's like a shot, but also it makes sense probably.
It's pretty cool. Obviously, if you're playing Game Pass versions on consoles, you're not going to be able to use this, I don't think. But if you have this, if you're on PC, you should be able to do this mod, and it seems pretty cool.
Oh, it looks dope.
Yeah, that looks nice.
I gotta say, it actually is making me kind of go, well, maybe we should do this Starfield thing.
Do a little click install on there again.
Yeah, although I did see chat say you need the paid DLC for the mod. I don't know if that's true, but if that's true, that might be a buy-in for a lot of people who didn't like.
The other thing to give you a heads up, I don't know to what extent, but having modded Skyrim extensively, if the installer, like the one-click installer, is going to download a lot of mods off Nexus mods, you're going to get throttled. So
by Nexus,
on how, so if there's 300 mods, if they're all like a couple of megabytes, no big deal. You know, set it up, let it run for 2 hours. But if you've got like texture map, particularly patches that run in the gigabytes, you're looking at like days. Like you're probably looking at having to spend on a month sub for Nexus mods as well. So
they don't throttle it at all if you pay Nexus.
No, it's freemium. They throttle. Okay. If you pay, the $10 or $20 a month for the subscription, then your download off Nexus mods will be at full juice.
Probably worth it for 1 month. Unless you got to buy that.
That's DLC. What I did it. That's what I did with Skyrim VR. I set everything up. I paid for the sub, and then once it was all downloaded, I stopped subbing. So.
There you go. Well, that's what you do when you find something you need to. It's worth your money. You do it, and then you get out.
It's just one mod is one thing, but 300. Yeah.
I do have to say, I do like whoever is doing the writing for this mod definitely has just the right amount of edge to them that I like. So I did confirm, I went and looked to see if it did need the paid DLC. It does. So that is going to be a barrier to entry because I don't have that. And I don't know if I want to give them more money, but it is interesting. But in the requirements, not only does it list that, the last requirement to be able to install this mod is the ability to read this guide all the way to the bottom.
Nice. Nice.
In other words, hey, if you're going to do this, do it right.
Yeah. There ain't no double click and walk away.
No. I mean, that's an eternal online problem. Sometimes you watch like a video and it's answering questions, and the comments are like, you clearly only watched the first 2 minutes and started commenting.
Do mod makers get some of that Nexus money when people have to do this? Like if you like, this is going to take forever to get this Skyrim mod.
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so. I think you got to support those creators directly through Patreons. That's why there's some big modders who just skip Nexus mods altogether, and you got to go to like the VR stuff, like the Luke Ross VR mods. He doesn't have it on Nexus mods. He hosts it on Patreon. You pay for he gets the Patreon money, which makes a lot more sense. But Nexus mods is like known, I guess, Yeah, and also people know, like you'd have to be a known quantity to justify a Patreon. If you're making like the 500th boob mod for Skyrim, like no one's going to pay on Patreon for that. I don't think.
I think you put your hand up and it changed your position.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did the thing again.
How do you turn that off?
It's Zoom.
I can't move anybody.
Sorry, no, it's because my hand's up. I got to lower my hand. There we go.
There we go. Thank you for that. Stupid
apologies.
Thing. No,
I'm sorry for lifting my hand.
I blame that damn thing they put in there. I hate it. It's so stupid. I get it for like, okay, you're in class. There's 200 people in a room. Someone raises their hand. Oh, Billy, what's your question? I get that.
There's got to be a setting for it, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably something we can turn off. Anyway, that's cool.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
It looks cool. I kind of want to check it out. I wonder how litigious Disney gets about this stuff at all. Think they care that there's something like this official looking?
If it reaches a level of popularity, maybe.
I think they care if they start making money off it, but...
Yeah. Although, what's interesting, I don't know how this probably doesn't affect mods, but aren't they signing a contract right now with Sora, with the OpenAI, I mean?
Yeah, so you can do Disney stuff.
So I think we're going to see like lots of shit. I've already seen some stuff on YouTube, and they may just not litigate because they're getting part of the OpenAI money. Yeah. Walt Disney Company and OpenAI reached landmark agreement to bring beloved characters from across Disney's brand to Sora. Boo. So I think you're going to start seeing a lot of Palpatine with his dick out.
Sweet. That's what I want. That's what I came for. Yep. Good. Yeah. Yes. No, don't feel anything. The Witcher 3, we talked about. It's getting some secret DLC. It seems likely, and it seems like something CD Projekt Red would do, and they want to bridge the stories. But I don't think anybody should see this as like, oh, Witcher 3 is on fire and it's going to just dump content every other month. I think this is just like a one-off.
I mean, the problem is CD Projekt Red also just does free updates that are, very small in scope.
Yeah.
So it could just be that,
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if it's a full-blown like story bridge, that should be more than the usual like quality of life patch, But
yes, you wonder if they're making their next gen games and then all of a sudden the market is like no one's going to be able to afford the machines to play them. Why are we making Witcher 4 or Cyberpunk 2 like that? Or, GTA, maybe GTA 6, I think will run on current hardware, I think. But
supposed to, yeah.
I mean, who knows? There's all the games we don't know that are in development that are like aiming for a release 2 years from now. Mm-hmm. Like, I think everyone in every gaming company has to be having meetings right now as a result of this RAM prices going. That thing we are planning for 2028 or 2029, like, there's not going to be an audience for it if, like, we're still in data center hell. Mm-hmm. And the market won't shift. So, like John said, like you guys both said earlier, like release expansion, or somebody said it first, the other one stole it. Get into a fight, please.
You really want us to fight? You know what? It's gonna.
I don't want you to fight. I'm just making jokes.
Somebody out there is gonna just 100% believe I aped it, but I really didn't know. And I love, obviously, I love the idea, but for me to miss an opportunity to pimp our Discord and just discourse with John, I wouldn't have done that. No. I would have loved it. You know what this tells me? I don't read the Discord enough. I got to get in there and make sure I'm not, usurping anybody. Mm. But anyway, yeah, I
think we're going to go through a plateau era, an even stronger one, while the tech companies break up with gamers and start dating the rest of other industries. Like
they'll come crawling back. They'll be though. But they'll come crawling back.
They'll come crawling back, or there'll be new manufacturers that rise to fill a market with a need. Things don't always, it feels like things always stay the same, right? But things change, and maybe they'll make gamer RAM, like someone who's like, Focus has a different mission statement than the other ones that are smaller and are very happy to make the money that other companies are willing to leave on the table.
What if Valve did it? They're like all into hardware now. What if they said, hey, we're going to buy a plant, and we're going to get into some clean rooms, we're going to make some GPU hybrid stuff, we're going to work with some...
I think it's just up to whatever Gabe feels like doing, right? I mean, like maybe. I wouldn't put my faith that he feels like it, I guess is what I'm saying. Like they could.
It doesn't seem that
real
crazy.
Half-Life 3. You go and work in a RAM manufacturing plant, and on the way in, this tram is now on its way to the north side of the.
I mean, there's also some.
Then these guys show up.
Yeah,
and they go, Gordon.
You've got to put the RAM into the beam now, Gordon.
Gordon.
There's also another reality to contend with RAM is that it is made in places where it's affordable. It's made it affordable for us to buy it, even if. You know what I mean? Like trying to do the same thing that they're doing in Taiwan, let's say in the US or Canada. Well, everyone expects higher wages and better work treatment. So it's going to cost way more just to produce the RAM. So it's, I mean, I assume that's just why we don't have it anywhere else right now. Part of, same reason that why we have sweatshops in third world countries and all that stuff. So if the price goes up so high that it makes it profitable to do it here and we're all willing to pay that extra money, then that might just be what happens too.
There's also the whole conversation about rare earth minerals and where they're at now and who controls them.
Yeah, resources. There's a lot of factors that probably go into it that don't. I mean, that's why it isn't easy, or else everyone just be like, you're raising the prices? Sweet, let's open up our own. It's not, but it's, I don't think it's impossible either, so we'll see.
Well, let's all try to keep what's the word? What's a
positive outlook, or no? Take care of your current machinery now, because you might need it to operate for a decade or so.
Yeah, your Steam Deck may not see a revision for some time, even if you think that you're ahead of the curve, like I sort of did until now.
And you know what? Repairing might become a thing too.
Yeah,
computer repairs kind of like no one repairs shit.
Kind of went away. Yeah,
buy new shit.
Yeah.
You might see the return of the computer repair store because it's going to be way more affordable to get Carl to fix your PC than to buy a new one.
Carl's PC repair. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah, I like that. All right, let's move on to this story. Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles hit 1 million sales. It was 999,999 before the other day when I bought it. Now it's a million.
You pushed them over, man.
I did. I grabbed it while I was on the sale during the winter sale, and I'm really glad I did. I'll talk more about that later. But
you're the 1 millionth? Damn, Scott.
Can you believe, though, that I don't want to shock anybody, but Square is currently saying out loud, we're very happy with how much it sold.
Yeah. Imagine that. This is good, not just because it's incredibly rare that Square is excited about how much a game sold, but they have also teased that they could bring potential updates to the game. They've talked about it. I'm more excited. To me, the lesson I hope they would take away from this is that there is money and sales in doing a remaster the proper way, because in a lot of ways that's what this was. This game contains the original version as you know it, as you remember it, a good version of it, but it also brings you a version that is a lot more in line with what we would expect without stepping so far out of it that you go, well, this is a completely different game. So when you look at their library of games, like, this is kind of what I hope they do going forward with remakes, and I hope they see the sales and draw the correct conclusion, which is, hey, you know what? If we give a shit, people seem to give a shit too. And it's not a case of like, we just up-resed a couple textures here and there and called it a remaster and flushed it out. Like, you know, you put the work and care into it and people will respond.
I did some reading on this article, and the thing that struck me is, and also playing a little bit of the Final Fantasy Tactics remake, it strikes me that this is them finding the formula to finally give you your Chrono Trigger remake after all this time. You know what I mean?
If they wanted to do this for Chrono Trigger, I would be 100% okay with that.
I'd be all into it.
This solves the biggest issue which is, as soon as you say Chrono Trigger remake to somebody, you get a bunch of different ideas. And as a major Chrono Trigger fan, I hate most of the ones I hear. Like, I hear, check out this 3D modeled version that we were creating before we got told we had to shut down. It looks like garbage. I don't like how it looks. I hate it. Not what I want. Hey, they should do it just like the Octopath Traveler games. Nope, don't agree. Don't think that's what they should do. Don't want it. I think Chrono Trigger is a perfectly fine game exactly as it is. I think it might need some script updates, which they've technically already done because the DS version does have an updated script. I think it needs to graphically look the way I think it looked back on the Super Nintendo. So look at stuff like Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles, look at the pixel remasters for Final Fantasy, where I look at those games and I go, oh yeah, I'm playing an NES game. This is correct. This is what this game should look like. But then you go back and you look at what it was and you go, oh, this does not look like it. But they've tricked me. They've created something that looks like what I think it should look like. And then they need to put it out to where it is an easily playable game for everybody. That's what they need to do with Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger doesn't need to be messed with. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And you don't need to do much. If they want to add voice acting, maybe. If you're going to do like what they did with this game.
Yeah.
Because the voice acting in this game, and Scott, you can talk about it when you get to it, is really good.
It's very good.
I would entertain that.
It's almost too good because some of these characters look like 10-year-olds and they talk like this. So it's like this little teeny face who in the past I've only seen text for, right? So I've assigned in my head that these, they're kind of young and it's like, hey, teens taking on the world. That was always kind of my vision of the voicing. But now I have these voices where it's like, my lord, we are being assaulted from the east. And I look at the face and it's like, you should be in school. What are you doing here? Fighting wars. Anyway, that's a small thing. But
so, yeah, I mean, that's why I hope they learn the right lessons from this, is because I do selfishly, I want Chrono Trigger to come out. I want them to remaster their games. I mean, I think as much as I love this new trilogy of Final Fantasy VII remakes that are kind of remakes, but they're, it's a sequel. I want Final Fantasy VII to get a proper remaster, like as it was, not as the new thing that they're making, but find a way to make that game look and play modern while still keeping all the charm and love that existed for the original. So I really hope that this motivates them in a good way to stop phoning it in, because I've played a lot of Final Fantasy re-releases, and they are not all made the same. Mm-hmm. There's a wide difference between certain ones, and I was really happy this one was good, and even happier that it sold well.
Yeah, me too. I think it bodes good things, so we'll see what happens. Finally today,
just a quick question I had about it. So does this game, like, because did you pay full price for it? Because it's like $67 Canadian. It's actually $66.99 Canadian.
Oh, really? No way. I paid $39 US. Nice. So whatever $39 US translates to, it was on sale.
$39. Right now, it's selling for the base game is $50 here.
Yeah, it was on sale for the winter sale. That's when I got it.
Yeah. So, but it is on like the pricier end of things. You know, do you think as a remake? Because when I look at it, this looks like a $30 deal, right? Like maybe I'm not a big of a super fan of I've never played the original, so don't have that feeling, but it doesn't look like a full price game to me, but you know.
Well, I mean, it is a remake of a thing where it's still going to be this isometric top down, you know, turn-based thing that looks chibi and all that. But I think that what John described earlier was the care and apparent love they put into this by saying, here is the original and the way you remember it. And it's going to play exactly the way. And then here is this sort of up-resed, voiced over, cleaned up, and then some quality of life, modern ideas thrown in that we might have done today. Choose your poison. Play whichever one you want or both, whatever. Like doing that kind of thing helps me feel way better about prices for games like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think there are going to be people that absolutely think that that's too much, especially if you're just buying it to get. If you're like, I don't think it should have voice acting. I don't like the new look. I just want a good port of the original. $50 is a big ask for that.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it will likely go on sale. It's not going to live at $50 forever. And if you care enough about it, I do think at a certain point you're like, oh, I'm just gonna buy it. I'm gonna get it. Yeah. But you know, I think it's priced high. I don't have any regrets about buying it for the price it was. Although this might have been gifted to me.
Yeah, but still somebody bought it, and you might have bought it anyways. Yeah.
I would have gotten it, and I would see value in it because this is this is a property that I really like, and it does look like it got treated properly in the porting process, and I feel like a big value was added to it beyond just like, it's a port of the game you like.
Yeah. And if you really want, go, you know, emulate the PSP version, which I think is the best of the originals, and you can do that now and play the old thing and never spend a dime. Not saying you should go pirate. I'm just saying maybe you owned it back then, and you know, now you got the disc hang, you got the UMD, and you can just go rip it and play the old one. You know, if you don't want to spend the money. I don't know who I'm talking to, but somebody out there.
You're talking to somebody.
Somebody's hearing me and going, yeah, I will do that. Let's get to StarCraft Looter Shooter. We've been told about the previous ones that have been canceled. Well, apparently, reportedly, it will likely be finally revealed at BlizzCon what they're going to do. This would be Blizzard's third attempt at a StarCraft shooter. This follows the high-profile cancellations of Ghost back in 2006. We are now 20 years on, just to freak everybody out. And the Battlefield-style Project Ares in 2019 that got canceled and saw the leaving of some top talent at Blizzard as a result. Anyway, this project is now reportedly headed by Dan Hay, who left Ubisoft. He was the executive producer of the Far Cry series and is reportedly head of this thing. And rumors suggest it might be a traditional FPS, but some newer job listings report it might be an open-world shooter, likely third person, similar to the original vision for Ghost. So these are all things in the mix. And it is supposedly being incubated by a small team and includes survivors from Blizzard's canceled survival game, which was called Odyssey. That thing got shut down, and a bunch of them got moved to this. So, in theory, we're finally going to get something in the StarCraft universe that isn't a StarCraft proper RTS.
So let's assume this is true.
Don't count your Zerglings before they hatch.
Yeah. This is assuming. Let's say everything about this is rumors to completely true. It's still being incubated, I guess. Well, which everything gets killed in incubation. So I just,
yeah, I'm not.
Survival rate's probably not very
I'm not
high.
saying this is a guarantee by any stretch. I'm just reporting that this is a rumor that is being strongly backed up by a few things like job listings and this Dan Hay connection. It may not happen. Maybe it will happen and just won't even happen at this BlizzCon. Like, that's the least supported part, is that they're going to announce it. Nobody knows that for sure, or even has anything to back that rumor. But it's all rumor.
I mean, obviously, I would like it to happen. It's nice to believe they still know StarCraft exists, and I'm a big proponent of just make the game. I just think where I tend to be hesitant on getting too excited is StarCraft Ghosts, which got brought up a lot, was a lot further along than this is, because it was announced and you could pre-order it and it was coming, baby. You were going to get StarCraft Ghost and it didn't happen. So, I will believe it when I see it, because we've certainly been on the end of StarCraft game cancellations twice that we know of, right?
Yeah. Well, this is the third attempt, so yeah, 2 that we know of. Yeah. So, if there is a third attempt, in fact, like none of this is verifiable, and I'll be honest, none of the people I know at Blizzard have hinted at anything. I just think if you've got Dan Hay there and they have job listings for shooters, I don't know where else this is going to be, unless this all turns out to be, hey, no, they're just all on the Overwatch team. I don't know what everyone's thinking about or whatever.
I mean, I hope so. I hope it comes out. And even if they're, this could be what they're working on, I hope it comes out.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, assuming it doesn't come out and go, we've got the new future in mobile shooters.
You all have phones, right?
Yeah, you all have phones.
Oh, man. We'll see. We have this fall to find out, I suppose. We're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, it'll be time for us to talk about our week in gaming. And, man, I'm so excited to talk about the first game that made me want to throw a controller through the wall. Of 2026. It's a great way to start the new year. I found a game. I got a game that made me want to literally throw my controller through the wall. And I don't get upset that much when I'm playing games. This game.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm just
pissed me off.
You got that, man. Okay.
Oh, it pissed me off so bad. Anyway, but I might still play it. That's the weird thing. I'll explain it when we get there. But there's a lot more than that to talk about. So please, please, please don't go anywhere too far. We'll be right back. And we're back. Hello, everybody. We've come back to talk to you about the games that we played. I don't know why I sound like that, but let's do it. All right, games we played this week. Nothing really shared so much, although there are a few crossovers here, but nothing that's too crazy. I'll get into the first thing that I talked about, or I hinted at earlier, the game I wanted to throw across the room, or the controller anyway. And that game is a game gifted to me by Shatterproof. He even warned me, even said, hey, this thing's going to piss you off. And I said, sweet, let's give it a shot. And I think he may have given it to everybody. Not sure. I think this may have been an everybody
did,
game.
and I'll say a thank you to Shatterproof as well. I saw it, and I could tell there was going to be something about this game, and at first I thought it was going to be like maybe a secret horror game or something like that. I was like, oh, maybe this is going to be like that, what is it? The one everybody wants you to play, the Doki Doki Literature Club,
sure.
where it's like, oh, maybe there's layers to this. Turns out I found out what the layer was, and my interest fell a little bit, but I still think I might try it. But when you're sick, I don't think you need a frustration fueled fire to be added to
No,
it,
this is doing that will just make you expend energy you could be using to heal, I think. This game's a real pisser. I guess I'll give people the name. It is called FlippUp. It has 2 P's in the flip part. It's all one word, FlippUp. And it's like a top-down view video game pinball machine game where the name even indicates it. You're just trying to go higher and higher, right? And I've played a few games like this. There are a few pinball machines out there, pinball video games, where they turn it into more of an adventure. You get up past a certain point with the ball, and now there's a save up there. And now you continue going up, kind of vertical progress. And I like that kind of thing. Normally that sort of stuff actually intrigues me, and I'm quite a fan of it. As you can see, the person playing the game here has yet to get past the 2 inches above where the ball starts.
Yeah, let's start.
That's because this game is designed to be kind of a roguelike and be ridiculously hard. Like, the difficulty meter on this thing is way, way past 10. And I've yet to get past these flippers. I'm not... the way you guys hitting the things is basically what I did. It's very difficult to the point of I'm yelling obscenities, making my wife worried something's going on down here. And I could not progress in this game. And I still weirdly want to go back. It doesn't even charge you for balls. It's not like 3 balls and you're done. You just... In fact, that number you see at the bottom says 11. That's how many attempts this guy's had so far.
So it's just counting attempts.
That's it. Yeah, think of it as like Meat Boy, but more punishing than Meat Boy. More punishing than anything that's meant to punish you. This thing has too wide of a hole in the middle of the 2 main bumpers or flippers, so if the ball falls
I
directly
noticed
down,
that. It's really got a lot of space for that ball to have issues.
the physics are fine, but the ball feels like maybe you're playing on Jupiter. It's a little heavy. So you don't get a lot of like spring to every hit or whatever. And this game pissed me off so bad. Just absolutely enraged me. And I think I'm up to, I don't know, I'm probably 100 and something tries. Some crazy,
Oh, man.
bang your head against the wall numbers.
And you're still basically right here.
I'm still here. I'm not anywhere past this. And I really do think I'll try again when my head is cooled a little bit. But this thing is a piece of shit. It's just a
There aren't many bumpers or things like really, right?
There are higher, like the higher you go, like all you need to do, see where this guy's trying to get up, where he's got the next spring, then you can start going from there. But it's so hard. Just to get there.
Like a checkpoint.
Yeah,
kind of deal.
yeah. As best I can tell, at checkpoints, I'm not actually sure how you say it because I can't get to it to find out how checkpointy it is. But he warned me. He's like, "Yeah, this was really hard. It made me just want to kill something, and so enjoy." I like the vibe. I like the look of it. I like there's some weird story going on. I like that the game is brave enough to want to murder me in this way. There's even a tilt feature because it turns out your ball can get really stuck in dumb ways. Like I got it stuck in the spring loader and I was like, damn it. And so I had to do the tilt thing where you can jerk your thing around and then it'll pop out the side eventually. It's not even that's not easy. It wants you to really have a hard time. That's the goal of the game, and I'm happy to report to that whoever that developer is that your masochistic attempt to piss me off worked. And it even makes me want to go back and try again. Like I think that's the goal, and I suppose it succeeded. But it's going to be a hard game to recommend. I can't like tell people to do this unless you're just like, I want the hardest thing ever. I want to be frustrated. I want to repeat the same stuff over and over until I get it. Maybe somebody somewhere got this. I haven't found a video yet, by the way, where they did. So
I feel like this is it's kind of apropos of what we were talking about earlier with mountain climbing games. Like this sort of feels like the video game equivalent of like, it's a challenge. It's there to not be easy. It's there to just be able to say, I did it.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting served much more than just like, hey, this was hard and you accomplished it or you didn't accomplish it.
Yeah.
And I sort of feel like this is what that falls into. But it's a little, more dressed up than actually climbing a mountain. But I think there's definitely like an audience for this, right? Because like there was that, what was it? Getting Over It, I think it was called.
Yeah, the Q-op guy did that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think like that crowd would really like something like this. It's the same sort of principle of like, it's a challenge and you just show that you did it. And that's what you're here to do.
Yeah. Yeah. That top flipper, every time I see that ball get close, it makes me want to, my anus clenches just a tiny bit. Just
Well,
pisses.
careful now.
Yeah, we got to be careful.
Want a
with
hemorrhoid.
that. Anyway, if you want to do this to yourself, it's out there. It's not that much money. I want to say it's less than $12 or something on Steam, maybe even less than that. And it is called FlippUp with 2 P's. And big thanks to Shatterproof for my. Oh, I'm kind of obsessed. I kind of want to go back and like just give it another 50 goes. and see if I can't get up to that next level. And if I do, I'm taking the day off after that. Like, it's that kind of game. Anyway, that's one thing I played. I also started a new run in Fallout 4.
Oh, man.
Now, that isn't to say that I wasn't... Okay, John, let me explain.
Okay.
I saw John playing, and he talked about it last week, but I saw him playing Fallout New Vegas, my favorite Fallout game.
Yeah.
And I also said, well, you know what? I'm just going to crank that up. And I did. And I've played Fallout 4 all the way through twice. Or sorry, not 4, New Vegas, all the way through twice. Fallout 4, I've gotten pretty far multiple times and then just got busy doing something else. And I started playing New Vegas again. I go, well, wait, why am I playing a game I've definitely beaten before? This seems dumb. I should play the one that I haven't finished and then finish that up. Besides, if these rumors are true that Fallout 3 is getting an imminent remake that will be shadow dropped like Oblivion was, you know, I probably want to be ready for that, or I'd rather spend my time in that, or you know, I don't know, whatever, wherever my head's at. And so I did this instead. I fired up 4 and started playing through 4. And I guess one of the things that surprised me is how much stuff from 4, all the games are represented, but so much stuff in 4 is also in this show.
Yeah.
More than I thought. I'd forgotten some of those things. Anyway, been playing 4 again. I don't have a ton new to say. It's Fallout 4. Y'all may be familiar with it. It was a big seller and did real well, and you know, continues, I think, to look really good. There's the one advantage I'd give it over New Vegas without any mods. There are some mods for New Vegas that really pretty things up, but this is a vastly better looking game than New Vegas, which makes sense. Thing came out on the 360. This was a whole generation later, so you would expect it to look a little better. But anyway, that's what I did. The show has made me desire the world. So
I understand that because I am enjoying watching the show, and it does pull you in. Mm-hmm. I think it's the 4 is where the sigh comes from.
Why do you? Have you ever said on the show why you're not a 4 guy? What was it about 4 you don't like?
Every Fallout game I feel like has some weird barrier that I have to get over to begin with. To be fair, I didn't play any of the originals, Fallout 1 or 2. But I did start with Fallout 3, and I hated it at first. I really didn't like it. And then at some point I revisited it post like all their DLC and stuff like that. And I found a lot of fun, and I ended up really falling in love with it. I tried Fallout New Vegas. We'll talk more about that in a minute because it does sort of tie into my experience there and kind of having to admit where I was really unfair to New Vegas. And maybe one day we have a redemption arc like that with Fallout 4 for it. I just think Fallout 4 kind of falls in line with what I think of with modern Bethesda and a lot of their problems. It feels like almost no lessons learned from previous games and a glossier coat of paint under something that's less interesting than what came before. To just without going like point by point by point, but I really don't like the narrative hook for the game, and I think a lot of people who play Fallout 4 have even said, yeah, the main story is not good, but there's a lot that's in there. I think the way they approached the main story of the game is really, really bad. Like locking your character in. I thought the new dialogue system was really terrible. I had zero interest in the crafting that they set up, and it felt like that got very shoehorned in. And then it felt like they had this really long intro that they were very aware was a really long intro to the game. And they were like, okay, we've clearly drug this out way more than we should have. Okay, real quick, give them power armor and have them fight a Deathclaw. And then all of a sudden it was like, why am I doing this? What are we doing? Like, why are we sprinting to the end now after you've wasted so many hours on this slow build? So there's just a lot of like little bits and pieces that I don't like about how it's structured. I do like the universe. I like the world. I just didn't find this one particularly engaging, and it never hit that point for me where it really gripped me very far into the game. I think the farthest I've ever made it, and granted, a lot of, like with these games, you spend a lot of time just running around doing random stuff.
Yeah.
But I think I got to the baseball stadium like once in my multiple times attempting to play it. And that's still fairly early in the game,
Right.
I think overall. So, yeah, I just never really found the fun with it for me.
I think I probably put a lot more weight on how much more the world is realized for me than previous entries, and it really is it is about kind of a generational gap on fidelity, and I think I put a lot of weight in that because I will defend Fallout New Vegas as having the superior story all day long forever. It's a better game that way. No question. Mechanically, it's got some problems. Same with 3, and they're basically the same thing mechanically. Those games are just floaty and weird, and I don't like how the world looks with some time passage. 4 just kind of puts that stuff to shame, and there's some heavy lifting there for me as to why I like 4. Because I'm not going to really... The story's not anything special. I think some side quests are pretty interesting, and some of those go places, but... a lot of what I like about 4 is that I feel like the world is just more real to me, and I get immersed in it. So I think that's totally fair thing to say about 4. Maybe one day, like you said, maybe one day you'll go, oh no, 4 I finally get why 4 is good. But I mean, critics should agree with you. If you rank all the Fallouts in history, Fallout New Vegas is by far number 1. 2 goes to 3. Third place, Fallout 2, then Fallout 1 from 97 in 4th place, Fallout 4 in 5th place, and Fallout 6 in 6th. That's just critic a ranking from multiple critics,
Right.
and that sounds about where you're at, right? Like that would be roughly if you take out the 2 originals.
Yeah, because I haven't played the 2 originals. That might really mess with the order. But yeah, as somebody who hadn't played Fallout New Vegas, really, and again, we'll get to that in a minute. I've got a lot of crow to eat, so that's why when I say like, I don't like Fallout 4, don't get too enraged in the comments. I used to say the same thing about New Vegas, and I'm gonna be switching that up real quick. So. It just, I don't know why it never really clicked for me. I did like where it took place. I thought the idea for the opening was interesting. I just thought they lost it pretty quick.
One thing that you and I probably could agree on with this, though, regardless, the overarching agreement would be Bethesda, I don't think was prepared for just how good the series would be and just how inspirational the series would be to go back and play. Because they should have been more ready with something new or, I don't know, something. It's all timed wrong with them. With the Bethesda. The show is really good. The season 2 is really shaping up.
Season 2 is doing some very funny things.
Yeah.
Because the season 2, I kind of suspected it with season 1, but season 2, and I think there's people who don't like this, but I do, has really planted the flag that the main character is like the character you would play in a game.
Yeah.
Because she is going through all the shit we do when we play these video games. She's doing it.
Yeah.
And it has been so funny to watch from a outsider perspective somebody behave in that world the way we behave when we control a character. Like, because this season has been the, like, definitely doesn't really belong in the world at first. And, I'll try and talk around. There's going to be some very minor spoilers, but, like, doesn't really fit in the world at first. Kind of trying to put a square peg in a round hole in terms of personality. There's been a lot of that. But then this season, they're really leaning into she's sick of side quests. Like, you can literally see a point where she's like, the ghoul's like, hey, let's go over do this side quest. And she's like, no, screw it. We're going to go through the front gate. We're going to kill everybody. Mm-hmm. And he's like, all right. Like, it really has that feel of nope, this is a player. She's addicted to drugs now, which is just, they're really taking the player experience and putting it on the NPC, or not the NPC, the actress in the show.
Yeah.
And
I mean, some people.
Chat, she hasn't been over encumbered yet. That is
not
true.
Yet.
I'm sure we'll get there.
We'll get some joke about that at some point. But the game is, or the show is definitely walking that line of I don't want fanboy references all day long. You know, like I get it. You're in the game world and there's a lot of things in here that are game-ish, but also you're going to be telling a story about characters in particular. And they're balancing that so well for my taste that I think it's going to be studied for future video game adaptations. Because it turns out there is a way to be very much in game in this world and also be a narrative that's, that is meant for prestige television. And I think it does a really amazing job. And it drove me to fire up the damn games again. So, Bethesda, where are you with something? 5? I don't know. A new campaign for 4 that's actually better? Or, something. Not 76 bullshit.
There's a lot of people. I was going to bring this up when I talked about New Vegas, but there's a lot of people. I guess there's a website that has a countdown that lines up with the season finale of the show. And there are people hopefully, wishful thinking maybe. But I mean, this is being reported on even IGN and stuff is talking about this. This isn't just Reddit theories and stuff like that. This isn't like Stranger Things is going to get a secret episode theories. There is some merit behind this that people are like, hey, you think maybe they're going to do a shadowed remaster drop of New Vegas or something? That would be so insanely
It'd be
cool,
really great.
But yeah, there's something on the website that's counting down. People are hoping it's a product or something that they can buy, and maybe it's a game announcement or something coming out that's going to coincide with the end of the season.
Yeah, and I think the Oblivion remake is highly indicative of what this will probably look like. Like Unreal Engine, it'll look like a remake, but it'll essentially be the systems that are underneath won't change, story won't change. And here's what I really want. Give me a 3 and New Vegas. That's one game for a premium price of $60. Give me those 2 in a package.
Oh, you think combine the 2 of them together?
Yeah, that's what I want. Because the rumors, and they're pretty supported by some insider comments, are that they're concurrently, these 2 things are being made at the same time. These remakes. So I'm just saying, not saying they will, but I would like it if they did that. So I don't know. Hopeful thinking.
Interesting. I mean, I know there was that very popular mod. I tried it. I noticed it when I booted up the game. I was like, I had an old save file and it was very clearly Fallout 3, but it was in New Vegas because I had that mod that combined them together.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So maybe they decide to do something like that. I'm just now full in the camp of why aren't we remaking New Vegas?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't we put all our money into that? But again, we'll get to my thoughts.
And maybe they are. Maybe they are. And if they do, that'd be great. But it may be sooner, or maybe you're more prepared, Bethesda. Maybe you should have put off Starfield. Let it cook longer. Do some Fallout shit instead. Easy to say now that the show's out 2020, whatever. But
yeah, they didn't know.
No, they didn't know. All right, I'll rip through these final ones. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles is very, very good. I don't know how many missions in. Handful of missions in. And enjoying it greatly. And John was right in everything we've said about it since. It is a very good one of these. And they did an amazing job, I think, of making some of the, I'm playing the new version. I'm not playing the old one. And I like that. I like knowing what the battle initiative order is. I like knowing more about the characters I'm about to fight in real time because they get just better UI, and I think the graphics look really nice and the voiceover is really good. And this is it feels like a very quality product and runs astonishingly good on my Steam Deck. It's verified for that, so it makes sense. But it should for the kind of game it is. But it just runs so nice on there, and I'm loving it. So a bunch of time on that, and then some odds and ends. I beat Power Wash Simulator 2, last year's Short Core Game of the Year.
Person of the year to beat a game, Scott
right.
Johnson.
It was me. It was a game from last year, but still, I beat it. Like literally ran credits, got a final video thing. Power washed my final level, and then I now look forward to DLC for that thing because I really like Power Wash Sim 2. I think they killed it. In fact, the whole final section of that game, without giving anything away, is unlike anything they've ever done. It all kind of ties together in this weird way, and there's like a fantasy element to it. And there's one level you return to, and I was like, I don't want to go do the same one over.
Twist.
Yeah, there's some twists and stuff. It's a weird game, but I loved it. So that one's done and put away. And then finally I cracked open this game I've barely started called Voidigo.
Is that a play on Vertigo?
It's like, how do I explain
Probably
it?
not. Doesn't look like a game that would deal with Vertigo.
No, but it does deal with you being a weird bird creature and fighting stuff like Enter the Gungeon style is what this is. Like dual stick thing where you go from like one area to another, and then you have some bullet hell fights and you know, upgrade between runs, you know, roguelike-ish stuff going on. Some pretty cool 2D dynamic stuff happening. Really weird art style. It was on sale. It was like $2.99 during the winter sale, and it was like getting overwhelmingly positive reviews. I'm like, well, I'm not turning that down. Let's play that. And so far, it's very fun, but I'm super early. I'm just not very far. But fun little boss fights like this one you're seeing here. It's a pretty good time. I like it. It's good. Voidigo.
Voidigo.
Which sounds like Vertigo, but in the void. That's probably what you get when you jump when you jump light speed in 40K. You get Voidigo, right?
Voidigo.
Because they're big on the void. Anyway, avoid the noid, and now let's turn time over to John about Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah. Hey, Fallout New Vegas. I'm gonna finally come clean.
Do it.
It's been a fun joke to be like, yeah, I just didn't really like Fallout New Vegas. John doesn't like sand, right? Like that was kind of the meme of the day. Mm-hmm. Not a fun setting for me because John doesn't like sand. That was bullshit then. I'll just say that. That's not why I didn't play Fallout New Vegas. But I didn't want to admit the true story of why I didn't like Fallout New Vegas and didn't give it its proper shake. But now that I'm going to give it its flowers, to use a phrase that we've learned today.
Just learned from me, yeah.
I will admit my first experience with Fallout New Vegas was this. I was so excited that they were putting a real city in the game, right? Like I played Fallout 3 and it was all these destroyed buildings, and the idea of it's Las Vegas and it's still got power and the bombs didn't drop here, so it's, you know, it's contained and it's okay. And I love Las Vegas. I've been there lots of times, and I was just like, oh, I'm so excited to see this city. This is the thing I'm most excited for. So I got the game. I did my intro. I got outside. They're like, we got stuff for you to do. I was like, screw you, man. I got places to be. And I booked it for Vegas, and I kept dying mercilessly because the game is designed to not send you right to Vegas. They put a lot of, you can get there, you can do it, but one of the things that is different about Fallout New Vegas from Fallout 3 is they put dangers in the world. They don't just scale everything to you. Like there are places you're supposed to be and there are places you're not supposed to be. And if you go to the places you're not supposed to be, you need to be ready to get murdered. And so through trial and error and lots of running around like an idiot, I ran my ass to Vegas. I don't remember how I got in because they charge you to get in, and I didn't really do much of the game. And I went there immediately, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm going to finally see New Vegas. And I went in, and it was like a loading zone to a little chunk of city that looked okay, and then a loading zone to another little chunk of city that looked okay, and then the game didn't really expect me to be there, and it just felt like such a letdown that I uninstalled the game.
Damn.
So you can't say in good faith that I gave Fallout New Vegas a try. I didn't play it the way you were supposed to play it. I didn't let the thing that was supposed to be this mystique off in the distance that you took your time to get to. I didn't approach it on the correct terms. And as a result, I didn't like it. So for the longest time, I was like, yeah, not for me. And I didn't really want to tell people that was my experience. So I was just like, it's a desert. It's boring. I live in one. I'm not excited to go play in one. And so watching the show, obviously lots of New Vegas stuff in there. In fact, I see chat room saying, is that dinosaur he's sniping from in the TV show? Yep. I'm pretty sure that was in the first episode, right?
Yeah, first one.
They put that in there.
You can actually get up in there where she was if you wanted.
Yeah. That's the town of Novak, which I love that town's name because it's called Novak because it's the sign out front is a no vacancy sign that just has Novak as the only part that's lit up. So that became its name.
Love it.
I got in and I finally engaged this game with the way it wants to be engaged with. And I went, holy shit, this might be the only good Fallout game I've ever played.
I love it. What a turnaround.
Because it completely recontextualized the way it works. And like all of a sudden everything else was less because this was more. You know, and so the idea of like starting off and, you know, sticking to the main story for a little bit to a degree, like the way it's built is really smart. I feel stupid because I feel like I'm explaining a game that everyone already knows how it works to people. I'm like, let me tell all of you who've already experienced it and know what I just learned yesterday. But you know, the idea is that you get shot at the beginning. That's the opening cutscene. You get left for dead, and you want to find out who shot you and why they did it. And the game lets you start this mission off very quickly, and that's your main quest. But the cool thing about the way they do it is, like, the main quest is like, yeah, we know where that guy went. Unlike other games where they might be like, I don't know, go find him. They're like, yeah, he went towards this town. Head that way. So off you go. And along the way, like a television show or, I don't know, a good role-playing game, on that path that they vaguely set you upon, you encounter lots of mini side stories that will send you off in different directions along the way, but with one overarching goal of finding Benny. And it leads you in this very rambling way around the wasteland, heading towards the ultimate goal of getting to New Vegas. And it's just a really intelligent way to build the world because, one, I don't know if I can tell you that many places from Fallout 3, which I really liked, like landmarks. Like, I know the capital Waste, obviously, because it's the nation's capital, right? But I don't know if there's Megaton. I remember that. That's the first place you go.
Mm-hmm. Big bomb.
I remember there's a couple of vaults, but I don't know. I can't tell you their numbers or much about them. I know there's one where you find a super mutant. I know there's the tower where the dude wants you to blow up Megaton. But I don't remember a whole lot of landmarks in that area. This game, because of the way it kind of sends you on a road trip right out of the gate, I care about these towns because they send you to these landmarks, which are all very distinct. Like the very first place you go has a roller coaster built around it.
Yeah.
And like, so it stands out. And there's like a museum to not Bonnie and Clyde, but basically Bonnie and Clyde. And like that place is really cool. And there's a whole story there about, you know, we need a new law officer. And there's ways to handle that. And then, you know, Novak with the dinosaur out in front. Like, all these places really stand out. I went to a place that was full of ghouls that had a big rocket launch site on it. Because apparently I'm sending ghouls to the moon or something. I don't know. But the storytelling in it is just really, really solid. Like, the little stories that I've come across along the way have been really fun, even if it's something like, hey, this town needs a new sheriff because the deputy sucks. Like, but you can see if he wants to be sheriff, but even he's like, I'm not a good choice for this, which you discover very early because when you rescue him, he's like, yeah, I can help you, but you got to get me out of here. And you free him and you're like, hey, you want to help me with this gang? And he's like, nope. Good luck. You seem like you're handling things real well. I'll be outside. Mm-hmm. He takes off. So he's a terrible choice for sheriff. But they tell you, like, here's a guy you can go rescue, but you're going to have to go through a mission. Or there's a robot who I ended up putting in charge.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it was a good decision, but I had the science for it, so I put the robot in charge.
Why not?
Sorry, my cough decided this important time to talk was the best time for it to come back.
That's what I love
full
about
swing.
coughs. They just pick the worst possible times. They're the worst. Anyway.
But yeah, it's again, it's just really incredible the way they layer the stories on top of each other, even to the degree where I went and looked some stuff up after the fact because I was like, oh, how could this have gone? And like, the ghouls wanted me to clear out a bunch of super mutants that were in this test chamber. They were all stealthed. And I just went through and I killed them. But I could kind of tell that there was something else to it. Because one of the super mutants I killed, when I killed him, he was he was like, you're the person who's killing all our people. And like they made a big to-do about the fact that like these mutants had tried to talk to him at one point, but then stopped. And they were just like, if you come down here, we'll kill you.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's got to be more to this. And so I looked it up online and like, sure enough, there is a peaceful way to resolve that conflict. It involves understanding why the super mutants are there and what they're there for. And it's like kind of this tragic story about them thinking that these stealth boys are the key to them not losing their minds, and that you have to go negotiate with their leader to find a possible peaceable solution. But it involves having to be stealthy because they will kill you if they see you. But it all ties to, there's stealth boys at play. So there's a way to do that. I missed it, but that's just because that's how I played. And so to me, I just went through and killed them. And it turns out I killed a bunch of people that could be somewhat sympathetic characters. And it's just layers like that you go, oh, this is a good RPG. This is a role-playing game here right now.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love it. I know now why people are constantly, whenever Obsidian is making an RPG, is like, oh, let's pay attention to what Obsidian does. I will say it did highlight some of the issues I had with the Outer Worlds 2, because interestingly enough, this game also has a lot of, do you have a high enough skill, yes or no? But this game hasn't given me the feeling of, oh, I'm just locked out of everything. Everything is a skill check and I don't have the right skill for anything. Instead, it feels like the skill checks are either a cool bonus or, my personal favorite, you can intentionally fail a skill check. So like there's a guy early on where there's raiders that are going to come and attack the town, and they're like, hey, you got to have a plan and you got to kind of rally the town for defense. And one of the things they say is, talk to old Pete or whatever his name is. See if you can get him to lend you some explosives. And so you go to old Pete and you're like, hey, people are going to attack and we should have some explosives. And he's like, well, I'm not going to just give that to anybody.
Yeah.
And there's a dialogue option. I don't know what it is if you have a high enough skill. I certainly did not have a high enough skill, but you can still pick the option. And for me, because I didn't have the high skill, it was, you light it and throw it. What is there to think about? And you can pick that option to him. And he just goes, oh, you sound like the kind of person that shouldn't have explosives. Yeah. And it's like, that's cool. That's fun. That like turns a failure fun, which is a big part of role playing. And I feel like that's what they really nailed with this game. I want this to be the only game I'm playing. The problem is it crashed constantly.
Oh, really?
I probably crashed to desktop probably 5 or 6 times a session.
Oh, poop.
And it was either a crash to desktop just casually or a loading screen that would never end. I know there are mods to do it. I didn't necessarily want to look into it. I was thinking about it because I was like, I'm really liking this game. I really want to stick with it, but I'm just having these performance issues. And right around that time is when all these rumors about, hey, they might be doing an actual remaster of the game. And I thought maybe I'll just step away for a little bit and see what happens before I go down the mod it to hell and back.
I had the same feeling. I was like, oh, really? That's part of why I jumped to 4 is because I went, well, they're not remaking 4. That's still considered sort of modern.
You're going to wait and see how many more bugs there'll be?
Yeah.
New bugs. Brand new bugs.
New Vegas, new bugs. Yep, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. I did a quest about trying to find out who's responsible for getting this one guy's wife murdered. Did you do that quest, Scott? The sniper up in the tower?
Yes.
Like, that quest was so good, where it's just like, he just wants you to find out he knows who killed his wife, because like he was there, but somebody betrayed her, and you got to figure out who it is. And there's this whole big thing about how he's gonna, how you signal him to let him know, and like, the quest was so good.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, that's why I said it moved everything else down, because I could barely play this game. I've gone to like 3 settlements, and I have so many cool stories about this world and this setting. They are more than the stories I have about my full game and DLC experience of Fallout 3. More than what I have for Fallout 4. More than what I have for any of these other games in just a little bit of very buggy gameplay. And I was like, okay, I get it. I owe Fallout New Vegas an apology. This game is standing at a different level.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm really glad you came to that. Have you run into Liam yet? He's all over that damn game. He voices like, I don't know, multiple characters.
I probably have. Nothing that immediately stood out where I was like, oh, that's him. But I probably have.
He can correct me if I'm wrong because he listens. But if I'm wrong about this, I think he told me once this was the most fun he had on a game read up to this point. He really enjoyed working on this project, if I remember right. Veronica Belmont's in this game. She's got like a weird role in this thing. Plays a character called Veronica. I think it all comes down to John Gonzalez. He's your like main quest, like head of the team writer guy. And I don't know where he ended up, but that may have been some of the magic, because this guy just and he had to do it in less than a year. I don't know if you remember this, but Bethesda's like, you got to do it in a year. Here's the engine.
Quick
go.
turnaround.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy because, again, I looked up a bunch of stuff when I couldn't play it. I was like, well, let me learn about it. And the fact that you can kill literally any NPC in the game and the game will adapt to it, like, for a game that old, built in that amount of time, is insane.
Yeah.
Because even like Fallout 3 that had years and years and years of development, if a character is important to the story, you can't kill them. They just get back up. They're like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
But this game, apparently that is not the case. Apparently you can do whatever you want, and the game will adapt and change regardless of how murder hobo-y you decide to be.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I'm really glad to hear it. It doesn't matter how old your game is. It will eventually will find a way to love it, is the lesson. All right?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to wax very poetically about it. I'm taking a break, so this is going to be the only week I talk about it. But, oh my gosh, do I love Fallout New Vegas already.
Awesome. Love it.
Didn't even get that far in it.
Yeah.
In addition to that, friend of the show, moderator extraordinaire, friend personally too, Tanner, gifted me a copy of Trails in the Sky first chapter.
Oh, right.
Oh, this is what we're talking
This is what we've been waiting for.
This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I do not like this game's title.
All right.
Not the least of which is the amount of times I've called it Trials instead of Trails. That's an issue. I feel like one of the big things that put me off this game was the fact that it has first chapter in the name.
It's chapter 1, right? Not first chapter.
Right. Yeah, it says, it's still got, first chapter.
I never heard somebody call something first chapter.
Yeah,
is it just chapter 1?
No, it's first chapter.
No, it's first chapter.
Okay.
Which is, but it's a weird.
Weird.
Word.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
It's
Man, the reviews on this, holy shit.
No, by all accounts, this game is awesome. And that's why I'm going to say my little negatives first, because I want to get them out of the way. I didn't love the title, but I did think this game looked really good. And I don't know if I've had a game more recommended last year to me than this. There were people in our Discord constantly saying, I don't know why John hasn't played this yet. I don't know. The answer is primarily the title. Like, every time I looked at it, I was like, this doesn't sound like a game I'm going to like. But
I like to talk about it to other people too. Like, if you say, I recommend this game, Trials of the Sky, first chapter.
Trails, but yeah.
Trails.
See, I'm not the only one. It's hard to remember that it isn't Trials.
It's hard to recommend as well. So
yeah. I kind of agree, but it's also I can't tell what genre we're looking at. Turn-based action. What is this, John?
Well, I haven't gotten to combat yet. I don't know. Oh. So here's my story. I have not played a lot of this game. I do like the way it looks. I got in, and Scott, the bad news for you is I think this game is too much anime for you.
Yeah.
I think there is an anime tolerance level that we as human beings all have. You can build it up. You can have yours broken down. But I think every human being intrinsically has a level of anime tolerance that we have built into our DNA. Scott, I think you have a low anime tolerance. I think as soon as it hits a certain style or tone or hits certain tropes, I think you bounce off pretty hard. I think I have a slightly higher anime tolerance than you. I think probably the three of us, Beau has the highest anime tolerance, I would guess.
Sure.
But we started off, and I did not love the main character. I found her a little grating, we'll say. And usually one of the big metrics with which I judge is this anime for me is if they start talking about boyfriends and girlfriends, or even more so if there's some inappropriate comment about someone's figure early on in the show or game or whatever it is, I'm like, uh-oh, I've aged out of this. This is no longer for me. And thankfully they didn't do the figure thing, but we did very, very quickly get into talk of like, how are you going to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend with an attitude like that? I was like, oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. Not my favorite story points.
It starts brushing up against where my tolerance level is. I did complain about it in our Discord, and everybody was like, power through it, John. You will like it. It goes interesting places. I promise you. I believe you. There's enough of you that I believe you. I'm gonna push through it. But we had a rough start, and full disclosure, what happened was I was being so annoyed by the intro that I went, maybe I'll change the language to Japanese, because sometimes if you don't like the performance, you can switch it to Japanese and it'll save it a little bit, because you're like, it just fixes problems sometimes.
Yeah.
And I closed out of the game to switch it to English, and then I just decided not to reopen the game and go do something else. So that's as far as I got.
All right.
But I want you all to know that I believe you, that there's obviously something there. Graphically, amazing. Like,
yeah, it's real pretty.
Presentation-wise, very pretty game.
Yeah.
I am going to give this a try, probably once I feel a little better. I don't know. Maybe the flu also lowers one's anime tolerance, and maybe I'm just a little weak. I got to eat some oranges and build it up.
One of those symptoms they don't tell you about is your anime meter.
Yeah. Get a little more vitamin C, and then you can tolerate it just a tiny bit better.
Yeah.
And then I will get back into it. But I will be sticking with the game. So everybody that's like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Just keep trying. I will. And I will report back. We'll play more of this.
I believe in you. So does this girl here. This girl here believes in you.
Is she from the game?
No,
what is
but I did a Google search for the most anime eyes possible, and this is what it gave me.
That is very anime eyes.
Yeah, they're huge. You can see the city in her eyes. My gosh.
Yeah, and the moon.
Oh, my Lord. All right. Excellent. Getting up to anything else? Anything else going on?
Yeah, I tried a game called The Séance of Blake Manor. Another one I didn't spend a lot of time with. I was like, oh, should I not talk about it? You just deleted it from my list.
Clicking my buttons when I should.
I didn't play a lot of this. This is a puzzle game. I saw it on a lot. I tried to kind of slip this in at the end of the year because I saw it on a lot of Game of the Year lists. Very cool presentation. It's a puzzle game with supernatural elements, which is an interesting road to go because, you know, a lot of times if you're going to do crime solving, puzzle solving, stuff like that, you're dealing within the realm of facts and evidence. And in this one, it's like, okay, but we're going to get into some ghosts and shit. Yeah. So that does add another wrinkle. The game seems cool. The thing that kind of dropped me out of it, because I played it for a little bit and then went, I don't know, I'll come back to it later, is that there is a time element sort of to the game. I don't really like these, but the way it works in this game, it's not time in the sense of like tied to your clock. It's time in that anything you investigate or discuss will use minutes of time. And then the game will set like, hey, this needs to be solved by this time. Or people will have schedules and move around the manor at certain times. So you might have places where it's like, oh, well, I have to do this by this time because then I can go into that room because the person isn't going to be there at that time. And as a result, I can do what I got to do. I didn't love this system because I am a person that chronically likes to look at everything, talk to everything, exercise all the dialogue options. I immediately failed the tutorial thing you need to solve by a lot because I wouldn't stop clicking shit.
I also hate timers. I hate them.
I don't like timers either. So I have to break some habits to try this game. I do like puzzle games, so it's intriguing, but I have to break a lot of habits to get into this one, and I don't know if I'm ready to do that.
Art style reminds me
that it's like an opportunity cost so that you just don't investigate everything. Like,
yeah, because it's a limited quantity, and you doing action spends the quantity of time, right?
Right. So it's like, well, yeah, you can examine every candle on the shelf, but that's going to use a lot of minutes. And what are the odds, do you think, that you're going to bust this case wide open looking at all the candles on the shelf? But is the
idea like you maybe found a note that said it was the fifth candle. So then you're like, oh, okay, I'm saving myself time because I investigated something else. You know what I mean? Like, that's more what I mean. Is that dynamic present, you think?
I would assume it does. It didn't with how far I got in, which was not very far. I basically solved the tutorial puzzle and then kind of went through, there's kind of a trippy bit, and then was kind of being introduced to like, hey, here's the setup for now, the greater mystery. Here's all the people, and get ready to go. And that's where I was. So I don't know how much they play with it. But there were elements of like, hey, this person has left the room. They're probably only going to be gone for a few minutes. You only have a few minutes to work within the room. So you have to be very picky about what you click because that person will come back. So it definitely plays with it in that way. But I don't know how far it goes into the, I found evidence which cuts back on time that I might need for something else. It does seem like there's maybe a goal to where a lot of people in the manor can die, and like if you play the game well, you can potentially save them all. I don't know if it goes full roguelike where it's like, okay, start the day over again and see how you do this time, and you bring additional knowledge forward. I didn't get far enough to be sure. I do think there could be something very cool there. But again, I kind of bounced off of it for a bit of an arbitrary reason. And it's one I'll have to revisit in the future.
From an art standpoint, I'm getting like Darkest Dungeon vibes from some of this. Would you say?
Yeah,
that's fair?
it looks very cool. Everything's a little flat, like everything's kind of clearly 2D in the world, or very rudimentary 3D, but everything looks real clean and good. It has a lot of really nice style.
Nice. It looks kind of cool.
Yeah,
I don't like that time thing, but
the timing might not be that bad. Disco Elysium has a time thing, but it's just like you can spend your afternoon talking to a guy about dropping LSD, or you could solve a crime. It's like you do end up, there is an opportunity cost, but it's like, I think maybe this one's probably a little more focused on having to solve the murders before people die, it sounds like. So, I don't know.
Yeah, kind of prioritizing.
But it's not like it's a live timer. So at the very least, you can, with the clues you have, you can maybe think things through a little bit.
Yeah, you can sit and plan because it only moves time forward if you're talking to someone or looking at something, and the game does a really good job of conveying when you're going to be spending time to do something.
Sure.
Yeah, because the preview images don't really show the UI. So
yeah, they don't get into that at all in the video that I can see. Well, all right, there you go.
So,
the Séance, how do you say it's Séance, right?
Yeah, the Séance of Blake Manor.
Just realized I've never seen Séance written somewhere. I don't know how it was spelled or looked. It's crazy.
Is it voice acted, by the way?
It's partially voice acted. A lot of it is voice acted. Okay. But there is some reading as well.
Nice.
So it's one of those things where like important lines get dialogue, and then maybe once you get into the tree beyond the introduction, then you're just reading yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, where's the bathroom? It's over here. You just gotta.
Well, that's excellent. What's you got a final? Oh, holy shit!
Last thing I want to do, I got to give a big shout out to Azixa, who I was in our Discord. There is a Magic the Gathering forum area channel, sub channel. I don't know what they're called in Discord. In there, and I was talking about working on completing the base set of my Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards, because I got within 15 cards, and Azixa was like, I got some of the ones you need, I'll send them to you. I was very, very kind. And
very nice.
Sent me about 5 cards that I was missing, including some really rare ones. So very kind, and a thank you to that. Now, what also deserves a thank you, but also this is kind of like, thank you for the crystal meth that you included with the other thing. Also sent me this.
Oh, you got your first hit. You got your first hit.
Avatar: The Last Airbender Magic the Gathering bundle box. So comes with some nice play boosters for the Magic the Gathering set, which I had said that I was being very tempted by because I do love Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I didn't know if I wanted to take the plunge. Well,
that's $70, that box.
I have taken the plunge.
It's a big old 8-ball of magic goodness.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just wrapped in there under the cards.
You're going to see the art,
for.
and you're going to realize, oh man, I don't have these other awesome cards. That would be really great.
It's funny you mention that, Beau.
Uh-oh, shit.
Hold on.
Oh, shit.
Hold on.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no.
Because I also...
That box looks bigger.
I then also went and bought a pack of play boosters.
Oh, shit.
And the beginner box.
Oh, my God. You have to start playing Magic now. You have more than one set. You got to start building some commander decks at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the problem is so I got the Final Fantasy beginner set, and I play that with my stepson, and it's super fun. And I really, really like it. So I thought the beginner box might give us a couple other like pre-built decks, right? That we can just get in and just play without having to get too involved. Because I really like getting to play with them, and
good for reading. You get your kids into the card game; it helps their reading. So
it's kind of a fun thing to get into, and so. Yeah, I got the beginner box, and then I was like, oh, you get some play boosters, too. They're cheaper than the Final Fantasy ones, even. And here we are.
Yep.
So, Azixa, thank you. It was very kind. And now But now another problem has formed.
Honestly, it's a good set to splurge money on. The art looks sick. So sick on these guys.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't do it with the Spider-Man stuff. This is a way better choice.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
That's good.
I just, in general, I'm a fan of monk stuff in Magic. Like, I have a monk deck that has nothing to do with Avatar that I play a lot on.
It was your number one
standard
playthrough
level.
every time you do a season in Diablo 3. You loved the monk.
Yeah, and I like the monk class, but I know nothing about Avatar. Maybe I should watch it. I might like it.
Oh, it's really good.
Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender is excellent.
Yeah, it's an all-timer. Don't see the movie, though. Avoid that like the plague that
Don't.
it is.
The live action movie?
Well,
Yeah, the live action
Yeah, I know
movie
that. Yeah,
is the Spider-Man Magic the Gathering cards of the Avatar.
Yeah, no, I know to avoid that thing. Like,
it's
just a turd.
garbage. The live-action TV show's okay, but I think the anime.
I just don't find it appealing. Like, I look at the art and I'm like, man, this looks so sweet. So it's really down to the,
Yeah, you should watch the series. It's very, very good.
I'm sort of over that whole need to see everything animated be made in real life. I'm just like, actually, it's not always that. Sometimes it's cool, but
Yeah, for the most part, though,
often it's like,
it makes money or they wouldn't do it, but it's so rarely needed. Like,
it's the franchise mindset. Like, obviously, people like it, so give them some stuff. But
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's never a good thing. I'm just saying it's like, appreciate what we have. Like, when the art's really good, like, do you need a live action?
No. The answer is no.
Yeah. But like Fallout, that's a good, I think that's a good thing to make a TV show out of.
Yeah, I think that worked really well.
But like, do I want a Final Fantasy VII live action? No,
no,
not at all. I don't. Not even close.
No, but I'd take more animated shit from them. That'd be cool.
Yes, exactly.
Beau, let's get to you this week. A little Yakuza in your life.
Short week. I just want to issue Christmas thank yous because I got a whole pile and I feel bad not acknowledging, just giving them a little credit. But first, we'll talk about the game I played. So if you tune into the pre-show, just things. Well, even last week, you're probably aware I had a toothache.
Mm-hmm.
Toothache, super flu, hemorrhoid, just week after week of goodness. So I have a hard time gaming when I'm like distracted in that way. But I still like to zen out in games. So the game I settled on playing was Yakuza Kiwami 2. As I slowly dig through the Yakuza series, it just seemed like the game to play. So I've been playing it. We didn't talk about games we played last week, but I've been playing it like pretty straight for 2 weeks. I'm almost done the game. Pretty good, on par with Zero, I think. Nice. So I wasn't sure if you'd be switching between Majima and Kiryu in this one. It's just a Kiryu game.
Yeah.
But the Kiwami version, they did add 3 bonus chapters to play, but I'm going to play them after I finish the game, so I'm not done. But you manage the Foreshine again, like the hostess bar. It's the same hostess bar. And it's like a continued story. So there's a connective thread from when Majima manages it to now Kiryu's managing it. And it was kind of fun to see the conclusion of that, even though it was, nothing complicated. But if you know, you're just like,
that's nice. That's nice to.
It was a little more connected than I thought. And overall, the story's like, Yakuza good. Like, I was tearing up a little bit over, obviously in the first story, Kiryu, first game installment, Kiryu loses his best friend and loses the love of his life. So it's all very sad, but maybe there's hope for old Kiryu. Old, he's 39, but a lot of the characters in the game are in their 20s, so they call him old. And he's had a sad life. He spent all his adult life in prison, taking the fall for a crime he didn't commit for his friend who turned out to be evil, and then he had to kill. Or no, he didn't kill, but he died tragically, and all the bullshit that happens in 1. So 2 is like a pretty good follow-up actually to the whole story, because you're like, wow, so much happens in the first one, what more is this guy gonna do? But he's trying to take care of his adoptive daughter. So the woman he loved had a kid with another man. And since they both die in 1, you end up taking care of her, and that's Haruka. You probably see her in marketing because she's a main fixture for Kiryu's character. And so there's like elements of, there's a whole mechanic where you might spend time with her and she holds your hand and she asks you to do activities around Kamurocho and Suttonbari, and you're like, okay, let's go and get some ramen, and you'll go and get ramen. It's kind of just endearing and adorable, like as a mini game, you just like taking the kids out for quality time with the parent. And but of course, it's often interrupted by assholes wanting to beat you up. So you got to pound the piss out of people. Yeah. And she's like standing there watching, as you like spend your days getting into street fights constantly.
It's still my favorite thing about the game is announcing street toughs or whatever it is you're about to fight.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah. Sometimes it literally just says assholes, and that's always my favorite. This one doesn't have any funny moments, but there was one that was just, I think it's like Infinite Wealth, where it's just like assholes.
That's great. That's great.
It's as good as every other Yakuza. It's kind of like I call it the soul food. It's like it's not a hard game to play, but it's a compelling enough melodramatic story, and it just doesn't disappoint. Like, I'm getting to the point where I know all the games, playing Koi Koi and doing the baseball mini game and the golfing, and there's actually an RTS mini game called Majima Construction.
What?
So here's the thing I didn't realize. I thought sort of Majima would be like an antagonist all throughout the series, since I'm only on 2 of 6. No, you and Majima are cool after the first one. And the first one, you fight him to train you up, but he's pretty shitty. He comes and like stabs you all the time. And he makes your life harder. And this one, it's like you guys have this mutual respect, and so like he's trying to gentrify part of Kamurocho to make Kamurocho Hills. So he has a construction company, but unfortunately, there are rival construction companies who don't want to see him succeed. So they get into giant construction company street fights. That's like an RTS. And the slogan for like Majima Construction is "We build shit." And it's so you help them. It's not like a complicated RTS, but it's like this top-down view, and it's kind of like that Dead of Night defense level from StarCraft. But you don't build a base; you just plant your dudes down and beat hundreds and hundreds of construction workers up. And there's of course the 3 musketeers, which are 3 generals of construction workers that you have to beat. Now I'm on to beating the 4th and maybe final construction worker boss. And who knows? There might be a little. Usually, there's 5, so I don't know. Well, I think I know it'll be like the right hand man and the top guy. But anyways, there's a whole thing in this game where it's a construction worker RTS.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's pretty inventive. I just like it's totally not a thing. Construction workers don't form into gangs and beat up each other at work sites, but it's a thing in this game. And it's awesome.
Yeah, that game is only $19. It says, is that true? For 2?
Yeah. So I got it as a free upgrade because so Kiwami is like the remastered, right? We said it's the pinnacle. It just basically means remastered. So like Yakuza 0 is just Yakuza 0, but there's a director's cut.
Yeah.
And there's Kiwami. You just want to play Kiwami. It's remastered. 2, there's a Kiwami. Next month, Yakuza 3 Kiwami comes out, and that's like brand new remaster of 3.
Yeah.
But what they also did was they released new versions of all the Kiwamis, 0, 1, and 2. So there's Yakuza 0 Director's Cut now that just came out, and Yakuza 1 has a new one. So I got mine as a free upgrade, but for 2 was a free upgrade. I don't think 1 was. I think you had to pay some money. They've really like kind of made it. They pulled a Hitman basically. Even it's already a little confusing. They made it even more confusing.
World of Yakuza. I like it.
There's new versions of 0, 1, and 2 Kiwami.
Oh yeah, look at that.
But
weird.
But they, instead of making an update for the existing game, they just relaunched them as new standalones, even though it's very minor. I think whatever the differences are, it's like it's an update level difference.
Yakuza 0 Director's Cut and new versions of Yakuza Kiwami and Kiwami 2 now available. That's really weird.
Yeah. So here's like I'm on the store page for Yakuza Kiwami.
Yeah.
And it's I can buy the upgrade from Legacy. It's Yakuza Kiwami Legacy to the current Yakuza Kiwami for $3. Now, if you don't own Yakuza Kiwami Legacy, you can buy this version of Yakuza Kiwami for $27. Okay. It's just confusing. Like it's the third version of the game too, right?
Really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. And keep in mind that even though there's no Kiwami for 3, 4, 5, and 6, 3, 4, and 5 does have remastered. Not to be confused with Kiwami.
Yeah, which means remastered.
So, I feel like they keep trying to do like the ultimate definitive edition, but now we're on our 7th definitive editions and in various stages of games.
Chat says the saves don't move over either. So
yeah, for sure. It's like this is a standalone whole ass deal. So
weird.
It's fine to put up with it. I'm used to it now because I play them and I sort of understand what all the games are, but I can, for a new player, like, man, what a pain in the ass. But anyways, Yakuza 2 is quite good. It's every bit as good as Yakuza 0, I think. Like, I would say Yakuza 0's story is like way more epic, but like for a Yakuza game, it's just as fun to play this as to play any of the other ones.
Sure.
So,
someone in the chat said somehow all the Yakuza games are as good as the rest. Like all of them are just good.
I mean, I still like, I don't know about 4, 5, like 6. I've definitely heard good because it's more modern, but like it's an old series. So, well, there's going to be, I'm not going to play Yakuza 3 remastered. Like I want to play Kiwami when it comes out next month.
Right.
But 4 and 5, I'm a little worried about. Like you see the reviews and like, oh man, the controls like kind of take a shit. So I don't know. Maybe not.
Well, don't worry. They'll have 3 new versions of that eventually.
I'm not racing through all of them. What kind of pushed me a little bit to start playing 2 is like I kind of wanted to play, 3. So I want to,
yeah. And
I'm in no rush. And it's been nice given like I said, it's an easy game to play.
Pause, put some ointment on, play more.
Well, I have a toothache, and I don't have to concentrate or be too skilled to play, and I just like it. And now
it's great.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's a good hemorrhoid game. I'm trying not to sit anymore. I need a Steam. This is why I need a Steam Deck.
Yeah, you got to get one of them those donut cushions or whatever they are that you can sit on.
Donuts apparently bad. You're not supposed to sit on the toilet bowl for a long time. You need a cushioned seat is good, but I have one on the way. But
because you don't want to create that like pressure of the ring.
When there's a hole under your anus, it creates pressure.
Yeah.
So it's actually the opposite. Like one of the rules about hemorrhoids is like no more than you need to on the toilet. Do not sit on the toilet. Like do it. It's not a library. Sit there for 2 minutes.
Yeah. Do it in the lake.
That's not something I was ever a problem with me anyways. I'm shit and I'm out. Like I'm never looking at my phone or anything on the toilet. But yeah, there you go. More hemorrhoid education, everybody.
Yep. And now the parade of thanks. Tell everybody what stuff you got over the holidays.
Oh yeah, I got a parade of thanks just because so many people bought stuff over the holidays. So real quick, Stimmed Sheep got me Green Hell. He says it's really good. Thank you.
Heard good things.
Escape from Duck Off from Viator 003. So I have that game. Maybe I'll get to try it. I don't know. There's a lot of games here. So FlippUp from Shatterproof. So that game you talked about earlier, Scott. I might get the chance to try it.
Give that a try. Tell me what you think.
Thank you, Shatterproof. Tanner got me the game Routine. Thanks for that.
Oh, it rhymes with poutine. Is that why? Because it rhymes?
Yeah, I think you saw it on my wish list, and it's a scary game and sci-fi. It actually looked really interesting to me, so hopefully I get around to trying it. But we'll see, man. There's just so many games and so many hemorrhoids. Shell Diver from OtakuNet21. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Age of Wonders 4, X-Pass 3 from CT7567.
Good
Thank
game.
you for that.
Yeah.
I already played it, but the expansion was nice, so that's giving me more content. Wayfinder from Rummage. I actually played a bit of Wayfinder, which I never put it on my games played because I always felt like I need to get back to it and play it a bit more before it's like worth talking about. But it's fun.
I kind of like that game. Yeah.
It's a non-MMO, and it wasn't unpleasant. The characters are cool.
I'm still surprised what they did because they released the thing. I played the hell out of it when it first came out, and it was supposed to originally be an MMO and a free-to-play one at that. And very last minute in development cycle, like a couple of months before launch, they completely switched gears and said, this game's going to be $24.99. It's going to be single player, but with co-op if you want. And they just changed the whole thing, took out all that's a wild thing to do, and then have it work kind of, you know.
The art's great. It's got that what's that WildStar kind of vibe, but also Kingdoms of Amalur kind of vibe, like also Kingdoms of Amalur, famously an MMO that became a third person game.
It's the dude in the studio, John, who's the artist we really like, comic artist.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Made the Hell and
is it Joe
Madura? Joe
Madura. That's
Madura, right?
Yeah,
Joey Mads. Yeah,
Joey Mads.
That's his joint with the people he works with. Anyway, they did all the I can't think of the games. Darksiders games. Thanks. So that style is very reminiscent of that for sure. The Darksiders, Joe Madeira stuff. Anyway, sorry. Keep going.
So it's what I played was fun. It does feel MMO-y, so I'm not sure if the questing system long term is like a little repetitive or anything like that. But like visually, it's beautiful, and I enjoyed the little bit of time I played in it. So but thank you, Rummage, for gifting it. It was great to give that a try. I got some pinball effects packs from Rhino. Thank you. Outer Worlds 1 from Fredro. Thanks for that. Battlesuit Aces, that card game you played, from Keebs. And I do have Shinobi Art of Vengeance and Sword of the Sea, which I also really want to try.
Oh, very nice.
Up and fresh. So, if I get to them, it'll be great. It's just I usually wait till I play them to thank the players, but now months and months have gone by. So I just want to make sure I catch everybody, say thank you to them. So
I just learned a little something. Green Hell is the same developer as this brand new Star Rupture game I bought.
Yes, I think that's why it kind of came up. It's on sale for $3 right now. So
Green Hell is? Oh, yeah.
Good time to buy it.
I'm buying it now. $3. I could spend that. Hell yeah, I'm buying this. Why is it so?
Hell yeah.
It's not even part of the winter sale. Crazy. All right, I'm doing it. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a couple. That game, I didn't end up buying it, but I should. No Way Home is on sale for $3. You said that was really good,
I love No Way Home. Yeah. Very different game, but I liked it a lot. It reminded me of like a 2D, what's the spaceship one we really liked? Everspace 2?
Yeah.
It's like that, but in 2D with a little bit of sense of humor. That's a nice little game.
That's like a nice art style to it as well. I think there's quite a few games right now that are on, like anything for $3. I'm like, it's hard to be like, well,
yeah, it's $3.
It's tossed. $3 is really nothing in today's money too. You can't even get a coffee for $3.
I know, right? We've gotten to the point where that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, so you get that under $6 section of. I should take a look in Steam, see what else is on there. Golf with Your Friends is on there. Don't you really like that game too?
Yeah, Golf with Your Friends is pretty good. Although I wish it was.
Golf with Your Friends is $1.74.
Yeah, that one's very fun to play against randos because it doesn't really matter who they are. They basically could be AI, but they're people. And
I know we're not in the sale season, but there's just some like crazy sales on games right now under like notable games, I guess. Greedfall is $4. Remember that one?
Oh yeah, Greedfall. I have that.
Yeah.
Scott, someone in the chat, Chronicles says they have a roguelike coming called No Way Home, Blamno? Is that the title? Blamno?
The same people?
I guess. I don't know. Everybody's making... I've noticed something. They're all making spin-off Survivor likes. Everybody wants to take their game and do... Like, I am actually quite surprised that Blizzard hasn't said, hey, there's a new mode in WoW Classic that lets you just do a Survivor-like wave.
Or WoW Retail. Like,
yeah. Where you just zoom out and your orc's just shooting shit. And like, I'm a little surprised they haven't done it. Or someone like that.
Yeah. Some resistance inside. Also, another game that you really liked was on super sale. Hunt Down.
Oh, yeah.
$5.
Hunt Down is awesome, dude. 90s ass Genesis looking side scrolling shooter thing. It's so much fun. I love Hunt Down. I bought Hunt Down on Switch, PC, PlayStation, and Xbox because they were all on like low sales at one point or another, and I love it everywhere. I just love that game.
Yeah. If you're not picky and you only got $6, there's a lot of games under $6.
Yeah. Good stuff too.
And we're not going to list them all, just the ones that really jump out at me, but like, yeah.
Yeah, if Hunt Down's that cheap right now, $4, yeah, that's 80% off. Hunt Down rules. Like, it's like edgy 90s cyberpunk. I'd love it. And so does the world. It isn't just me.
I think one of the things on this, like when you search for games on Steam, I can't find it, but because on your wish list, you can sort by discount, see what your biggest discounts are. It doesn't seem to have it here, unfortunately.
Oh, weird.
Because you don't want to search by lowest price because you'll get like I made a game for 99 cents in there too. And I just want to see like the biggest, deepest cuts because like these are some pretty big releases. Old World is $5.
Oh, no way.
Other Side is $4.
Old World is $5.
Yeah, it's a $50 game, 90% discount.
Holy shit.
I'm like, isn't the sale over? It's like, what is this?
And they always have sales, but I'm surprised
like
at that.
8th sale, yeah.
Yeah, here in the States, $3.99 for Old World. That's insane.
Journey, $5.
I'm getting that just because I want it on. I already have it on Epic, but I'd rather play it on Steam. I'm just going to get it.
Bad North is $3 from 20. It's like a pretty steep discount.
Bad North is very good, yeah.
There's like some crap I'm not going to mention here. Like it's pretty old, but like some of the stuff's not that old of a game, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like I'm looking at for the 90%ers.
How to get you. That's how we pay for the next yacht over there. For,
$1 at a time.
Yacht boy. All right. Well done, everybody. These are the games we played, and I am now going to do the first new mashup of 2026 from Jamie.
Ooh.
Brand new to take us out today.
Oh, shit.
I know. It's exciting. I'll play it now. This is called Core Mashup Jofo.
Jofo.
Don't know what that means, but we're going to find out together. Here we go. Starts off soft. That's intense.
Yeah.
For many seasons, the forges have cooled, and the echoes have faded. After years of weaving shadows in the dark realm, his craft restored and his flame rekindled, the Master returns. And so, in the dawn of 2026, a new era of mashups has begun.
Oh, we got a trailer for the mashup.
Yeah. That's what it feels like.
Mommy, I love you.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. That's so nice. And she goes, I love you too, buddy. And he goes, good night. She goes, good night. And he goes, good night, fucker. What the hell are you talking about? Don't poop on the pee. You flush in between?
Yes. So you pee in the bowl, and now it's a pee bowl,
Oh,
right?
shit.
So you sit down to take a shit, and then it splashes up in your butt. Now you got pee in your butt.
You must
flush.
be making some big splashes.
You never pooed and then felt the water splash into your anus?
No, I mean, I'm saying I've never. Okay. I don't flush that once that's over with and then poop.
That's crazy.
I've never heard that before. Have you, John?
Nobody does that. You're the only person that does that.
I've never heard that in my life.
So you shit in your pee?
Yeah, all the time.
Yes.
Sometimes the
I
other.
mean, sometimes I do too, but it's icky and gross.
Sometimes it's the other way.
I pee, and then it's like flush, and then I take my shit.
They fired me from Jackass for no reason. Excuse me while I
trying to-
snort coke with my a-hole.
I don't know why I was thinking about this, but I was thinking about how, like, plants, like, you eat sunflower seeds, right?
Sure.
Isn't that kind of like nature's jizz?
No.
Like because they call, like, jizz, seed, it's like the same thing. I was like, oh, that's how plants reproduce. Like, they spit out a seed, it goes in the ground, and then a baby plant comes out. Guys, it's not that serious, though. It's just I was paying attention to his Foley, and he peed, and he didn't flush, and I was like, I think there should be a flush, because
But
I normally flush
no.
the pee.
And also, how is it not the same time?
Mine's
Oh,
simultaneous.
that happens,
typically.
and when that happens, I get angry because I don't want that.
That's the best thing I've ever heard you say. I get angry.
Yeah, it irritates me because now I got a shower because now I got pee butt, and I didn't want to have to take a shower. Do you have this problem? Like I find as I get older, my is insane.
What, you mean like large? or
Like thick, just like I can cut a starship in two with it. Like like my for some reason, this is just me. I'm just like sometimes
I'm
just
looking
like,
at mine
how-
right now.
Why is my so damn thick?
I'm looking at it right now. My is kind of
Mother
normal.
Nature's ridiculous. you know?
Mine's pretty normal. It's not huge or gnarly.
My meatuses are all clean. I hate my nose having shit in it. I hate my butt having shit in it. I like my finger clean too. I like clean holes. All right.
All right.
That's just me.
It's the biggest butthole I've ever seen, is what I'm trying to
I was
say.
gonna say, like, did you see elephant dong or butthole?
Gigantic taint and butthole of a huge elephant walking by. But you shower anyway after this. You always say that you take a dump and then shower.
Well, my mom's been buying toilet paper. I've been not showering.
I don't have a fear of missing out. I have a joy of missing out. I have Jofo.
Jomo?
Jofo.
Jomo.
How did I get fo out of that?
That's joy of fucking up.
Oh, man, they've got the rated R version today. That was fantastic.
Good week for this stuff.
Holy shit, that was funny.
Good week for butt talk.
That's right.
Yeah.
Welcome to Butt Talk, everybody. Well done, Jamie. I look forward to a whole new year of these.
My favorite part of all of this is because there was so much Beau butt talk.
Yeah.
Dr. Tolbert in the chat. No wonder he has hemorrhoids.
Right? Because you got pee up there, you got you double flush. Who knows?
It's just flushing, or it's order of flushing.
Sure. The order of flushing. They were big in the 1700s.
I cleaned my butt. I think I'm probably just sitting too much, is what I'm guessing. I had the cat on me too, so You
never know what the cat.
Maybe
You had the cat on you while you were using the toilet?
No.
Oh.
No. Just
Look,
like
we're at a point where nothing really surprises me, so I thought I would ask.
No, it's a fair question,
like,
dude.
I'm sitting down and I'm playing a game, and then he'll want to sit on me, but he doesn't like crawling on me.
Yeah.
So I put a pillow on my lap, and then he lies on the pillow, and then I pet him. We were doing that for 2 days, and then I got my hemorrhoids. So I don't think it's a coincidence. Everyone seems to not think so.
No, I think the cat is definitely.
I think it's like extra weight. People, it's like I put it right on my belly, so it's like I'm pregnant with a cat.
It's like an extra 10, 12 pounds you didn't have. I agree.
Yes, I assume that that to me is the logical connection.
Yeah.
That,
your cat gave you hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids?
Hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids. Henry gets hemorrhoids on his horse in whatever that game is
Dr.
called.
Tolbert's worried it takes me longer if I flush twice. I'm not on the toilet very long. I'm not a library toilet guy. Like that's
Jerry.
I'm off as soon as possible.
Jerry's helping people all day, every day with real medical stuff. So he's here to help.
Yeah.
He can help you. He's helped me before.
He says it's a coincidence. Okay. Well, I'm sure there's more than just a baby weight when you're pregnant because you're just putting on weight. But
it's not just that.
Probably
It's
just
pushing the
getting
baby out. It's when you're pushing the baby out, it messes up all your business down there.
Yeah. It's definitely not constipation. It's sitting.
Yeah.
It's like sitting and like upper body weight probably in age.
Dr. Tolbert, I think Beau needs a episiotomy. Do you guys know what that is?
When
That's
someone's
when you-
upset and you find a common ground to calm them down.
I wish it was that. I really wish it was that. It is not a happy procedure, and he'll know what it is. But we'll get a response here in a moment.
We need some more Dr. Tolbert podcasts.
I know, right?
Do one on hemorrhoids.
He's going to be a part of a very cool panel at Nerdtacular. I'm very excited about.
Sweet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's going to be great. More on that.
Wait, am I part of the panel? Am I going to go up on stage, pull my pants down, and show everyone my anus?
Yeah, with a camera up close, and then they put it up on the two screens in this big ballroom, and we're going to look at your butthole.
About that.
Yeah.
What's the pay?
0. It's the same shape as your butthole. 0. Just kidding.
All right, let him in.
It's going to be.
I didn't want to take money for something. I feel bad about it.
It's going to be great, though. So get your tickets, everybody. Frogpants.com for all of that. And a reminder that this show is supported by you and your great support. So big thanks to everybody who does that over at patreon.com/core show or at core.show. Either one works. One is a Substack. The other is a Patreon. Find the one that fits you best. And you can read all about those differences on our regular website, frogpants.com/core. Look at these new people. Liam B. has joined us. So has Bonjuro, Flying Fingers, Lavitz, and Nitsuj. Nitsuj? Suj.
Oh, wait. Sounds like a dangerous one. Let me double check it for you.
Please do.
Nitsuj.
Nitsuj, right?
Nitsuj.
What do you, hard G,
So if there's no
GIF?
J, you just go Nitsu, right? And like that sounds pretty normal. Like Nitsu. So Nitsuj.
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 I can't wait for Kiwami 3, Nitsuj. That's coming soon. Watch for it.
Ghosts of Nitsuj.
That's right.
The third one.
You get all kinds of benefits, no matter how you support us. You want no commercials ever, pre-show content every week. Both those have that. Host specials, all that fun stuff. Find it all at frogpants.com/core. I think it's going to do it for us. Get your feedback in, too. 10hams.com or all the other places on the website. You'll find it all there. Tonight, we leave you with today's games, but not from Grandma, not from Solid Snake, but from a Dear Martha letter, a special one. We've not done this before, so I wasn't really prepared. Here we go. I'm going to play some music, and then we're going to get a letter home about what we played today. Take it away.
My dearest Martha, I understand that the show is incredibly long, and as a result, You have likely relegated it to a second screen and have forgotten all of the video games talked about on today's show. FlippUp was the frustrating pinball game that Scott talked about. He also played Fallout 4 because somehow watching a game about Fallout New Vegas made him play Fallout 4. He played Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles. He played Power Wash Sim 2 and finished it. I point this out because it will never be said again for the rest of the year. He also played Voidigo.
Yeah.
John played Fallout New Vegas because he was able to connect the connective tissue of Fallout New Vegas and Fallout New Vegas. Yeah. He also played Trails in the Sky, first chapter, but he called it Trials in the Sky at least 30% of the time. He played the Séance of Blake Manor, but he did not complete a séance. And he spent way too much money on Avatar: The Last Airbender, Magic the Gathering cards. I'm sure there's a stream somewhere coming soon.
Yeah.
Beau played Yakuza Kiwami 2. That's the perfect version. That's replacing the previous perfect version. That's replacing the previous non-perfect version. And then he thanked a lot of people for their generosity. That is what you missed on this episode of Core.
Wow. You know, that's some tight stuff. Oh, shit, that's not supposed to play it. That was some tight stuff there, guy writing home to Martha. Guess what? Next week we'll bring you more, and you can write it down again and read it to the people. That's going to do it for us. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back next week with another show. Bye now.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com.
Do you think we could see Tyrant now?